You ain't token. You ain't.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the session.
And we are live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Y'all already know.
Sixxcess. JmoneyGibbs.
It's the one and only Jzabel DaTruth. We live.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the session. Yeah.
We live. What's up? What's up?
Hey, so
What it
look at
do?
you. Look at you. You got it. You figured it out. Look at her. We're all official. We got an intro.
What's
Oh
up,
man.
y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, ain't we supposed to start like Happy Memorial Day?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that day.
Yes.
See, y'all like me. Y'all have become like me. Holidays, what are they? What do they mean anymore? Are they just another day now?
I haven't become like
let's-
you, nigga. I've been like this.
I mean, listen, like we getting like I don't know what it is, but why are we getting like this? What like I remember Memorial Day used to be sweet, used to be ready for the pools to open, the cookout, some good food. Now it's starting to seem like ever since social distancing, we still social distance.
Now, what'd you do over the weekend?
What? 2K?
Oh, you gotta speak for yourself. My weekend was lit.
What'd you do this weekend? A cookout?
Rose Festival over in
A cookout?
Columbia, Maryland. It was definitely lit. Genuine, Jaquise, UCB played. Drew Keys was over in the building. Like, yeah, it was definitely a whole situation for me this weekend.
Nice.
You gotta find yourself again, man.
Shit, 2K had double rep in the rec.
Oh, I
Wow.
thought you were gonna say you were busy working on your finals.
Nah, man. Nah, the finals started today.
So I had a conversation with somebody over this weekend, and I'm not really a Debbie Downer.
Oh.
It was, I don't know his religion or whatever the case may be, and I understand that certain religions don't celebrate holidays. But he said something that made sense that I actually agree with,
What'd he say?
which is that holidays is just out there for us to spend money. Like these are man-made days for us to just go out and spend money. And
Wow.
he was saying, he was like, I hate how when holidays come, everybody all of a sudden feel like they have to do something. Like you have to go out, you have to party, you have to spend money, you have to get drunk. And I kind of was like, I agree with the part of the spending money part, like whereas you have to go out and spend all this excessive money. However, I mean, if you're a hardworking person, people take holidays to get lit. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
So like I believe this. Me personally, I don't know when holidays are, right? But I understand them. Now, I understand holidays in this regard. If you're a person that understands or follow these things or believe in these things, this is your moment to celebrate what you believe in or what you follow or who you back. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I mean, if they make a Sixxcess Day, Jzabel Day, JmoneyGibbs Day, are we not going to want people to celebrate it?
I mean,
come on, things go on sale those days. So come on.
Listen, and that's what you have to do, and that's what people don't realize. You know what I'm saying? So I think just the way I look at it is different. If you want to have that day, it could be your birthday. That could be your day to celebrate every year. So you might not celebrate all those holidays, but on your birthday, you're like, shit, this is my time. I'm going to do what I want with my money, not for nobody else, but for me. And you can find something popping. It doesn't have to be a certain time of year. Sometimes it's great to celebrate the birthday with my sister. Like, okay, cool. That's a celebration for me. Even though it's her birthday, it's still a celebration for me because I'm happy to see my sister enjoying herself. So I do believe, I totally agree that they put these holidays every month. Why the fuck are we celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Somebody please explain. They got people buying bread.
Well, if you're Irish, means something to you.
Okay, all right. if you're Irish.
Yes. And I think that because America is a melting pot of so many different cultures, that's why they have them. I mean, I wonder, is there in another country, is there like an American Day holiday that they celebrate?
Money melting pot. They're all gimmicks. You understand what
Correct.
I'm saying? They do these things for the seasons. If you don't realize the type of holidays they put with the type of seasons to match the stuff that they need to sell.
Well, Halloween could be in the summertime. Halloween
Halloween is now every day. If you look on
But,
Instagram,
but
Party
think
City
about
is
a
going
holiday.
fucking crazy.
Think about a holiday like today, right? Which is
Yeah.
Memorial Day. Like
Yes.
this isn't really selling us anything. It's really just a day to remember and honor those who,
Fallen soldiers.
you know,
Well, they do got the car
how do you feel
sales.
about that?
They do got the car sales. Like when you like the Memorial Day sales on cars.
Okay, I
They
mean,
have a sale
okay,
every month.
in that aspect, but as opposed to like Christmas, where you, okay, yeah, where you do, I mean, Christmas or 4th of July, where you have to buy these decorations, or Easter,
Okay.
like Memorial Day, really, what
Can I break it
decorations
down?
are you?
Right. I
Where we
think
are
this is
now, right? Look, from where we are now, what's coming next month? June, right? What are we
Yeah.
celebrating then?
Juneteenth,
All right, July, what?
4th of July, Independence
Right.
Day, and Liberian
Mhm.
Independence Day. Hey,
Oh,
shout
June is
out
also
to
Pride Month. June is
all
also
my
Pride Month now.
They're putting celebrations for you to
crickets.
spend money on
Cricket.
fireworks or things that you don't spend money on throughout the year. Nobody else is buying fireworks until it's around July 4th for no reason.
Nah. That's
No,
up there.
no,
That's up there. Down here in
no,
Georgia, it's 24
no, no.
24 all year
I
round,
understand
365.
that yes, I do understand, but I'm saying that the higher
Father's Day.
sales on fireworks happen when?
Nobody even knows about Father's Day. Ain't that some bullshit?
They skipped
I
it.
got
That doesn't
five
make
kids.
sense.
I got 5 kids, and I don't know when Father's Day is.
All right, y'all.
They
So
skipped
I
it.
wanted us to do things, a little bit different today. We're going to be talking about different topics. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. So if you do want to come up and speak on a specific topic that we're talking about, come on up, say your piece. You know what I'm saying? Join the conversation, y'all. While y'all in here, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button for us to help the algorithm. Share the live. We're about to have a good time. But J Money, I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish because you seem very passionate about what you were about to say, and I don't want you to forget your thoughts. So go ahead and finish what you're about.
Oh no, I'm right here with you. I'm just saying that I totally agree with the holidays being a money gimmick. Like they put one every single month for us to spend money. And whether we say yes, America's a mixing pot of cultures and this and that, it's still a money gimmick. And if you're thinking about it, you can celebrate when you want to celebrate. There's shit popping every day. If you want to celebrate your day and make a festival happen every single year on your day and have people come out for your festival or get a club or whatever for that, you do that. Do that on your birthday. Who's stopping you from doing that?
Bro, every day is a money grabbing gimmick, not just a holiday. America is a money grabbing gimmick. America itself is a money grabbing gimmick built on the backs and hard working bones of our workers.
Okay. Well, happy Memorial Day to all the veterans or people that
But no, that's Veterans Day. This for all the ones that's the fallen veterans, the fallen soldiers right here, I think, right?
Yeah, I said that I said all the veterans that we lost, right? Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I also not only celebrate them, but celebrate the people in my family that I lost. I think Memorial Day to me is just to remember your heroes, and I have quite a few. So, if you have some, I think you should take the day to remember them as well. All right, now that we got all of the mushy stuff out the way.
Right. Look, let me take a sip of my Red Bull. Shit.
What? Okay, so did anybody get a chance to watch the fight?
Yes. Your damn title is hilarious. Okay, I want to hear y'all points. I want to be last. I want to be last on this.
Okay. So
Wow.
You
We
guys
throwing out the
know-
wow word now. Wow.
You guys know that this title really was tough for me. It was very emotional while typing it because I am a huge fan of both, right?
Yes.
I spoke my piece about the situation, how they were going back and forth. And I think it's funny that after we had our show, all of a sudden they decided to fight. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I think that was just coincidental. But
Nah,
I
they
told you
they watched
guys
it.
how I felt like, Aunt Glizzy left it alone, but then Davy was antagonizing him. So, okay, fast forward to today. Who do you guys think won the fight?
I told y'all, young. And Glizzy. And Glizzy won the fight.
J Money?
I is that it? Like that's all you gotta say?
All right, so
No,
Davy
I'm not
Davy
gonna say it.
Ruffin
I
won,
don't
Davy
want
Ruffin won the boxing match.
No, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I don't want him to elaborate it. I just want to know what you guys think
all right.
off of just like who do you guys think won the fight? There's you gotta pick one or the other. There's no in between.
Listen,
And
it's not a
baby,
pick for me. It's what happened, right? But if we're talking about who overall won the situation, that's different. That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about that fight, that's a different fight. But if you're talking about the match and what happened, what happened there, we saw
what happened that day. I don't understand what you're breaking down. Who do you guys like? It's just simple and clear. Who do you think won the fight? Who y'all think won the fight? Write it down in the comments. If y'all ain't seeing,
I saw the fight.
I'm about to show some clips, y'all. So if y'all didn't see it yet, y'all about to see it right now, okay? Who do y'all think? I'm going to show the beginning and then I'm going to show the end, right? Yeah. So, J Money, are you going to answer the question?
Do you have any of the post? Do you have any of the post interviews from that fight?
I can get them. I don't know which one exactly you want, so send me what you exactly want me to pull up, and I can pull it up. But I know that Aunt Glizzy went on a rampage on anybody that spoke on my show. Look, I ain't beefing with you, Aunt. Look, I'm just speaking facts today.
Right.
Don't come for me, okay? So basically, I feel like Davy won.
Okay.
Now, we can elaborate now on why we feel like each one. I feel like Davy won because Davy was prepared. I was embarrassed as a fan of Aunt Glizzy, as someone that was rooting for him, that he did not take this fight seriously.
Right.
Yes, you got the money, but you forgot about all the people that were rooting for you. Like, I have to sit here today in full embarrassment and talk about this fight. Like, I'm mad at you. Like, for real, you could have traded a little better. Then you talk about some, you smoked the J before the fight. Like, why would you do that to us?
This is what I'm saying to you, and this is why I said it's not a simple answer because your answer wasn't simple.
Y'all funny though. Y'all wrong. Listen, this is yet again why Aunt Glizzy is the king of for the people. You see what I'm saying? Because not only did he not take it serious, but he did what I knew a rapper should do: spark up before the fight, be drunk and high in the ring. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
listen. This was already a nigga. This was already a nigga moment. Already, it was already a nigga moment. And to show me that you are truly 100% who you say you are, all the time. He took that match the same way he took his whole podcasting, his music career, everything. It's hilarious to him. It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
That's what listen. You asking who won? He won in that sense. He got his 20K. He fucking won that. But if you asking who won in that ring, Davy Ruffin. Like, if you asking who won the fight, Davy won the fight. But if you asking who won overall, like in the outcome of the situation, yes, I can agree with that. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen,
But that's
listen.
what I'm saying. Like, it's not
We have
the
to
same.
ask ourselves a real legitimate question.
What's that?
Is a rematch, should a rematch happen?
Listen, the other thing is this. One, if one person's taking something serious and the other person isn't, right? You can't expect an outcome. Like, you can't say that you're going to go in the ring and fight Mayweather and you've never trained the day before in your life. Or you can't say that I'm going to fight somebody and one person is like, all right, you want to fight? I'm going to prepare for this. And you like, all right, cool. I'm going to keep smoking weed and drinking and doing what I'm doing. Like, I'm not going to do nothing.
Scoops, I
So if
see
one
you
person's
back
putting in
there. I'm
effort,
going to bring you up in a second. Just 1 second. I'm going to play the clip and then I'm going to bring you up. But go ahead, J Money. Finish saying what you were saying.
now, if one person's putting in effort and the other one's not, it's not a fight. You can't play, even if you're playing 2K. If one person got the remote down and they gone in the other room watching a movie or doing something else, and they supposed to be playing on your team and you passing the ball, what the fuck they gonna do?
Yeah, but think about it though, young. That's why we in the perfect time now. Well, let's play this clip first.
I was
And
saying,
then
finish what you're saying. I'm going to play.
we in the perfect time now where goals and what you want out of something matters more than what the people see.
Right, and he got what he wanted.
That's straight up the hook. That's straight up the hook. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Tagging that boy.
Nothing happened. Like, so
Illegal.
Alright, so we're gonna stop right there for a second. We're gonna come back to it.
No, come on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, young. Davy had on boxing gear, and Glizzy had on basketball shorts and Jordans.
Wait, let me take it back. Wait, hold on. Wait.
I mean, he got on real boxing shorts. Like Davy was serious.
Wait, back up. Wait, let me hold on. Let me.
He gotta fight A-Pat now. Davy gotta fight A-Pat for the king of the DMV.
Okay.
Bro, look at this. My man has on basketball shorts, and this man has on boxing shorts. Like, even got he got sponsored and everything for this fight. He looked 100% ready.
So, you guys, okay, all right. I'm gonna play a little bit more. I forgot where I stopped at, but wait up.
Look at him. Look, Davy looked like a boxer. He bought somebody's boxing shorts. You hear the trainers? You hear the trainers in the background?
That's what I mean about preparation. This is why I'm mad at Ant, because Davy really took this shit serious. Like, he was fighting for his life, okay?
Nah, listen. Let me tell you.
Money right quick.
Let me tell you what blew me though, right? It's nothing worse than receiving a phone call, answering the phone call, and hearing someone on the other end say, "Yeah, Davy hit him with the Muhammad Ali." I said, "What the hell did you just say to me?" He said, "Yeah, Davy did the Ali to him. He let him punch himself out, and then he knocked him out." And that guy was J Money that said that to me, and I was like, "J Money, what are you?"
Knocked who out? Wait, we gonna watch the entire thing.
Yes, you did. You said he hit him with the Ali. You said, "Did you see the Ali movie? Did you see the Ali? Did you see the Ali and how Ali tied him out?" I'm like, "Wait, are you talking about? Are you comparing?"
I never referenced Ali. Never.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You 100% referenced Ali. And when you did that, when you threw in that reference, that's when I told you I had to get off the phone with you because I couldn't
I
believe that
never put in
you threw
that
Ali in
reference.
there. Yes, you did.
I
Yes,
never.
yes, you did.
Let me
I
just tell
can't.
you. Because look, the other two things that are funny was if you look back at the clips, the punches weren't landing. But the other crazy thing is, I told you, oh, you're right. You're right. I said he did what Ali did to Foreman.
Yes,
And
you did. Yes,
he
you
waited
did.
until I said he waited until no. I said he waited until the second round and then just waited until he was gassed out and started swinging back. It didn't look like he threw any punches that first round.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hey,
what he probably could you imagine? He probably sat there and seen that man smoking weed in the back, all that good stuff before the fight. Who was the
That's how he did.
undercards to this fight? Who was the
all right,
He did.
undercards?
He was like, I'm gonna
let's
wait till this nigga tire himself out.
let's get back to it.
Hey, look though, how long do y'all got? How long do y'all give yourself in the ring? Like for real, how long do y'all give yourselves in the ring?
I
You
gotta
know what,
get
12 rounds
6 minutes
without
in me.
training?
DJ.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
talking
If
about
I
give me.
smoke and I drink,
Yeah,
and it's going like I don't have. If I train though, if I stop smoking and drinking, I probably could go longer. But like just straight blows, like nonstop, like
yeah,
that's tiring.
now look at this freeze. This freeze frame you got, Davy. Davy looked like he been really training. He looked like he was getting ready to be like in the movie Creed or something.
That's listen to what I'm saying. I'm an actor. I do movies and stuff. This is how we practice throwing the punches in movies. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh. Uh huh. Tell us
Mm-hmm.
more. Tell us more.
No. We can watch and see more.
Okay,
I'm not gonna hold you.
y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Look, look at this trainer locked in.
Calm down. Calm down.
6 or 7 rounds.
Look how he moving though. Look at his stance. He definitely trained. Look at him. He ready.
That's a horrible punch.
Yeah.
Right.
Horrible punch. Come on. Come on. Come on, ref. That nigga Davy think he motherfucker bagged him. Bagged him.
And them heavy ass gloves.
Hey, bagged him. Look at the shoe.
Both of y'all guys, both y'all.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have been dead right there.
So all right there is where he's tied. And you're right. You see what I'm saying?
They just fighting now. They're not even boxing no more. They just fighting.
They're just playing.
Look, clinch up. Clinch up. We tied. Hit the body,
Okay.
And it was at this point he said he done.
Right.
That nigga probably his heart was probably about to bust. That man Trader serious, isn't it? Look at him.
And y'all, that's pretty much it for the most part. Like, and just doesn't get back up.
Oh, this is great.
Laid out.
That's
so exciting.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, yeah. So like I said, Is the round two has to rematch has to happen, right? We
So,
need a winner.
so let me just say first and foremost. Oh, oh. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. I think we should.
Who won the fight?
Now listen to me.
It ain't over.
It's also embarrassment publicly when you fall down in front of a crowd of people where it was supposed to be a fight and throw up. So that's what I'm saying. If you look at that situation, he lost in that situation.
Hello.
Overall, he won
What's up,
the money.
everybody?
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't give a fuck. And I feel like you right, Six. He didn't give a fuck. He ain't take it serious. What's up? What it do?
Hey, Scoop,
What's up,
how are you?
Another day.
everybody?
Who
So that
won the
fight was
fight?
trash. Neither one of them. They need some milk. That's what the
They
fuck
need
they
some
need. Some
help.
fucking milk. Get them some milk.
I
They need more
agree.
practice. It's okay.
Where you from?
From Maryland. I'm from Princess Anne, but my mom, she from New England, so I got like a weird accent.
Hey, listen.
So who
It's
were
not weird.
who
It's
were you going for in the
distinguished.
fight?
It's distinguished.
It's weird. It's
Who you was going
obvious.
for?
Who were you going for in the
Neither.
fight? Neither?
I would say if I would say on form, the dude with the black shorts. I'm not really big on like watching these people in their undercover boxing matches and stuff like that. No, no
Yeah.
offense, but
Neither one of them's a
This is
Kimbo
huge.
Slice.
This is huge DMV business, girl.
Now,
Hold
now,
on.
could you imagine them in a bigger arena and
no,
paying for that?
no, because like
And the tickets is $100.
I have a cousin who is a professional lightweight boxer. His name is Toka Khan. You can look him up right now. And I'm telling you, he'll eat them alive. Each of them. Line them up.
Mm,
Line
Well,
them
we
up.
Yeah,
have the DMV's biggest troll, is what they call him, versus
okay.
DMV's biggest internet talent right now. So it's kind of, they've been beefing for a while. So it's kind of two people from, they're not really boxers. They probably just had a few fights. They don't look like they had
yeah.
many fights in their lives.
What they had a little quarrel. They had a little internet quarrel, and it
Yeah.
got
Well,
settled with boxing gloves.
situations like that, it show you like a lot of people really, they can talk more than they can fight for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like they'll rather pick up a pistol before
Let's talk
anything.
about it.
You feel
Now
me? I'm
listen.
just being real.
Y'all gotta be realistic. In a fight, and Glizzy would have beat that boy up without it being the ramifications. But he was done. Like with someone being able to break the fight up and pull it apart and keep it rules, you get gassed when you're using that type of energy to be so technical. But in a real fight, we saw who would have won the fight. You can't stand there like this in the club. You know what I'm saying? So it was good for them to take it to that environment. All it really
Yeah.
showed was that Davy Ruffin has more stamina than Ant Glizzy. That's all we learned.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
much it.
mean, well,
He needs some more fruit.
when you take it,
That's all.
Hey, what
Mm.
type of fruits would you recommend Ant Glizzy take and try for his next fight? And also
Try them all.
myself, if I
Try
was
them
prepared for
all.
Put
two
fruit
rounds.
emojis in the comments.
Yeah, put some fruit emojis. Now that was a good 1.25 round of boxing that Ant Glizzy lasted. And it looked like Davy Ruffin was good for another one himself. So I'm like, hey, do y'all think there's a wave, a new wave that could be started from that though, with internet people getting into beats and being brought into the boxing ring to settle it?
uh, I mean,
It should be more of it.
I think it should be definitely. Now you was talking about post fight interviews, right? And
Yes,
Aunt Glizzy has been going on a rant, basically going on any and everybody. Now he did give Davy his props, and he said that he owed Davy $1,000 because I think they bet whoever won. But I think this is a good thing. Like they're no longer quote unquote beefing. They did it in a grown way to kind of show the youngins like, yo, you got beef, come in the ring. Like it should have been guns down, gloves up. I don't know why we're not hashtagging that
Well,
right
I
now.
don't think it was ever a
You
real
wanna
beef.
know why? Because a lot of people don't know how to fight. You gotta understand. You put a lot of gloves on a lot of people, they really gonna see exactly what it is for real. Like around here,
Yeah.
like I ain't even gonna front. Like where I work at, like I done seen people sit over here, they be full fledged fighting. Like I ain't gonna front over there on the west side, they be throwing down. But then you still have your few when you grab bats or whatever, and then you grabbing weapons or whatever the case is, guns or whatever. Like that's too much. Like either just back in the day, like they used to shoot their one, take their L, take their W, and go home. Like just go home. If you lost, you lost. If you won, you won. Just take your L and go home.
Yeah,
That's it.
Americans. We have to understand we're not going to put down the guns as long as when our troops go to war, they pick up the guns. See, like fighting these days is not a fight can still end up the same way as with a gun. So the reality of it is, as long as they promote guns are cool, they ain't promoting boxing is cool, fighting is cool. Remember back in the 80s when you talking about in the 80s and 90s when it was like cool to have a fist fight on TV. When they went into the bar, they'd break a glass and they throw up the dukes. Now
Yeah.
in the movie, they running outside, running back out, shooting it up drive-bys and whatnot.
Hmm.
So they only
Honey.
doing what they see in the movies and the video games. On GTA, you grab a gun. There's an option to grab your fist, but that's kind of boring, especially when you don't know if the other person's going to pull out a gun.
So,
Yeah,
and
but a
Glizzy
lot
made
of
himself bid of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and just play a part of this clip, maybe a minute, so we can hear
I loved it.
how he
it's his
felt
eyes
after the
bulged out for me.
fight.
I
But
don't
let's
know
get
what
back
he
to
was
it. I can't
saying.
be biased, y'all. So we gotta give Davy his credit. So as y'all all know, me and Davy had the boxing match. Davy won. No matter how he won, no matter how it happened. It was no knockout. Nobody got knocked out, y'all. I'm gonna explain the story to y'all. But they trying to Photoshop and create a narrative that I got knocked out. Like it was 300 people. There's no way you could. But a win is a win, so we can't take it from Davy, y'all. Davy came in the ring with a game plan. One thing I could say is, y'all, my body was telling me, yeah, I mean, my mind was telling me yes, but my body was telling me no. I didn't know a body can break down. Like, I know now body broke down so bad, I started spitting up. But a win is a win, so we're going to get Davy the W, y'all, and Glizzy bid of the week this week. So I'm going to tell y'all the story. But boom. Me and Davy agreed to fight. So we went to the fight. We get to the fight. Everybody there is looking good. Good crowd.
Good, good.
Oh yeah, shout out to the city. This was an event with 300 people. People seen their ops. People seen everybody. Nobody did nothing. I didn't even hear a loud argument. Like shout out to the city though. Like y'all did that. Forget the fight. Like the city was there chilling. Like I ain't gonna lie. It was smell like huff weed and bad, but
I believe
minus
it.
the smell, I smell some ass by the ring. It was tripping. Minus that, y'all was cool. Everybody was chilling. I appreciate all y'all. Everybody came out. It was a good time. So let's get to the story. So boom. I'm chopping it up before the fight. Before the fight, I hop in the car with Busta Move, man. Busta Move chopping it up.
All right, we don't care about all of that.
That mean getting fried. Chopping it up
Like
mean getting
you
fried. Hey, Rock.
really out here and embarrassing us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically how I took that. So I mean, that it was cool. It was cool.
I was happy with it. I was happy with it.
Hey, at
Now
least
I'm
he
moving
took his L.
I'm happy with it. It's all it's
At least
all
he
it's
took his
all in the
L.
win to me.
At least he
moving
took his L.
on. Um, I want to talk about IDK and some things he said in regards to the rap scene in the DMV. Now, did you guys get to catch any of that?
Of
Mm,
course. Of course. I believe my if someone can find my comments on it, I believe these is my comments. This is exactly why I move the way I move when I come home.
understand. I need somebody to fill me in a
Explain.
little bit because I be a little um in the wind on my own.
Pretty much IDK say they lunching in the city, so he ain't coming home. They're doing too much. The violence is putting him is too risky.
Yeah.
It's a risky biscuit. and not a high enough ticket.
Honestly, genuinely, I feel like either way, it doesn't even matter whether you're home or not. You feel me? Like you're more at risk at home because everybody know everybody. But even like when you put like you get more like a popularity thing going, like you're not really safe no matter where you go for real. Like I tell anybody, invest in security. Like that's amazing. Invest in security.
I mean, it is crazy that you think about it. Like when you make a certain amount of money, you have to think about yourself as the president, the top dog. You know what I'm saying? And he walk around with
Security.
5 or 6 cars of security in front of him. Shoot. So, but at the end of the day, you should be safe at home. That's where you should be safest.
What?
Where you know all where you grew up with people, you know people. It's a shame that these rappers are being killed in their homes. And then when we get to the nitty gritty of the cases, because you know shortly after they get caught, we found out it's their homeboys that they've been known. So it's like this is what. But then when you think about DC or the DMV area, I think that when you see a narrative being painted, that's like being painted for the DMV area. And honestly, if you're a historian of music or any type of scene that pops, you see where this is going. You know what the hell time it is.
Yep.
You know what time it is.
Now, J Money, did you get a chance to see or hear what he said in regards to the DMV and the rap
Yeah, I started
scene?
hearing some of it earlier, but I didn't listen
How
to
do
the
you?
end of the clip. I just heard the beginning. I got the gist of it.
Okay, so basically, there's two things. Now, Success, I didn't catch the part where he was saying how to move in a DMV, but I remember him saying pretty much about um how artists how artists in the DMV don't make it because they beefing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody supports each other like they're supposed to. You feel me? Like it's always, even though it's a competition, it's not friendly competition. So
No,
I
it's
totally
sad.
agree.
I put a team together and they started beefing with each other.
Mm.
Mm.
I thought it would be the next great thing to do, and they started beefing with
oh
each other.
Lord.
Mm.
Yeah.
All off of things that we would never ever understand. It's too many factors when people are trying to make it. But the DMV is the. I don't believe that. Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't believe none of the beefs are music beefs. I believe that music has created a platform where it's shown that
Mm-hmm.
talking about my beef on wax may get me a little bit of paper.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
I don't
so
even want to get into it, man. You about
I
to
don't
make me
see.
get into it.
I look at every. I don't look at these as rap beefs. These are beefs between people who are beefing already and go to the music to let everybody know about it because
Yep.
they want to make a dollar off of it.
Mhm.
And saying it's how we don't promote good music anymore.
Shoot, half
See,
of this
so I
music
started
now
watching
gotta
the
be
clip.
completely
I
lit and
started watching the clip,
understand.
and I was just in agreement. Like I agree. I think the big reason that people don't make it is because it's not supportive. It's too much. It's like undercover hating. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much of it.
It ain't undercover. It's
All right,
right on the damn
No, it
surface.
is. Because what
I'm
I'm
about to
saying
go
is, it's
ahead.
not like when you go outside of your city and people are like, "Oh, you doing this? Oh, they're supporting it." You know what I'm saying? Like I sold more lighters out of town than I have in DC, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, and then we'll reflect.
The
I
DMV
know.
music scene.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So what is that like now?
It's terrible now. Nobody. We ain't got nobody,
All we
man.
got is Wale, and he's been kind of
Yeah, we
quiet,
gotta
right?
get it together. Everybody getting locked up.
Well, you got Fat Trail on here.
Trail just got out,
Yeah.
man. We
I know
shout
he's
out
out
to
now.
him.
I
You know
think
what I'm
he's coming
saying?
up here at some point
He's
soon.
coming up,
Yeah,
right?
Trail. Shout out Q the Fool. He got out 2 days ago. He hit me up. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
we gotta stay out of jail. We gotta stay in the studio, get this money. You know what I mean? Everybody beefing with each other and stuff. So I'm in the middle of a lot of beef because I'm cool with everybody. So
Are you trying to be like the peacemaker?
I'm not trying to be none of that. I'm not. I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
want to
this.
be involved.
I'm
Sometimes
not.
it's a
Yeah, well,
conversation too. It'd be
It's
a communication
nah. For me, it's just
lapse.
real. Like it's not trying to do none of that. Like I'm not a like people probably look at me and say I'm an activist. I am not. I'm gonna say this right now. I am not an activist.
You do give activist vibes.
No, I'm not an activist. I'm just real.
Okay.
If it's real and I feel it, I do it. So I could do something that people consider wrong. In that moment, I felt like it was right or real. So that's like, I'm not trying to be like a positive role model. If I am, that's what I am.
Right.
But I'm not trying.
You
to
don't
do
want
none of
that burden of responsibility where people
That's
are watching.
Nah, not even that.
But I feel like the best activism comes from people who aren't trying to be activists.
Yeah, because you got to be real. And but like, it's not that I don't want the burden of responsibility, because at the end of the day, like, I'm a grown man. Like, if responsibility comes, I do it. I handle it, what I got to handle. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If it happens in the midst of me feeling like I'm being real and honest, then that's what it is.
I know you're also passionate about the DMV.
Let's be real, y'all.
So, how do you guys feel about him saying that the DMV music scene is horrible? And I'm also talking to the artists or whoever's in the building. Like, he talking to like all of us that work in the music. Like, it's just it's just terrible.
He ain't talking to all of us.
Are there not any good artists here? Like, do he not know anybody other than himself? That's not a good artist from here,
good
or
artists. Like, there's a lot of amazing talent, and they all have their own little way. You feel me? But a lot of them get lost. You feel me? They get lost in their own clout. They get lost in like the little bit of popularity. You feel me? You might hit a few totem poles here and there, but then it's like, at this moment, what are you really doing?
Why are we blaming artists, y'all?
I don't blame nobody. I blame myself. I feel like my life would be so much better if I was.
Are you an artist, Scoops? Are you an
Heck
artist?
no,
What,
no,
what do
no,
you?
no. I'm a loctician. You feel
Okay.
me?
Word.
Even though I'm an amazing loctician, even though my hair looking a little ratchet, I took my
That's
style
all
off,
right.
wash my hair and all that good stuff. You feel me? But check out my work. Anybody, Schools Locks. But you feel me? I still promote other locticianists or other stylists, because by the end of the day, I have no hate. Like, if you good, you good. If I can give my pointers, I give my pointers. Like, I feel like it's the same thing with music. It's the same thing. Like, if you like their music, you like their music. If you don't, give them their pointers and then go on about your day.
Correct. Now, in like the hair world, to get notoriety, you got to do like hair shows and like conferences and things like that. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
a
would
lot.
like somebody promotes you, another like brand would pick you on,
Right.
right? So like in the music industry, it's the same way, right?
Yeah.
The problem is this: there is no media outlet, not one media outlet that's promoting DMV artists without a hand in the pocket.
Right. See,
So
and that's an issue. Like, even though I'm a locticianist, I still repost a lot of like local artists that I feel are really good with their
what are your
music.
favorite? Do you have any favorite DMV artists? Like, what are some? Do you have
Oh,
some
I knew you
artists
was gonna put me. I knew you was gonna
that you
put me on
listen
the
to?
spot.
And you said West
Um,
Side. Where's the West Side?
Oh, in Salisbury. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, it's a nice area. Like, I get mad love over there. They're real good people over there, but they still get a little rowdy.
Any
They still a
Salisbury
little rowdy.
artists you want to shout out? Anybody you know in particularly that works in the music industry that you want to shout out?
Honestly, it's a lot of far as female rappers, I would say Monet. She's amazing. Jayla, as a lot of us know her. I would say out of Delaware, Wavy, he's amazing. I've been helping promote his music for a while.
I
Um,
forgot y'all called the DMV Delaware, Maryland, and
yes,
Virginia.
yes, yes,
We're talking
yes,
about DC. Oh shit! Yes. Okay. I mean, all right, all right. So
yes,
hold on. So for 1 second, let me just get their input because I'm not gonna lie. IDK is from RD. I guess he's from our DMV area, right?
yes,
So to me, I'm taking it offensive because I'm not an artist, but I work with artists, and I
right,
know some great talented artists. So he cannot just
yeah.
sit here and say that it's just horrible. Who are you looking at? And even
His,
where
if
he,
you're
is
he's
looking
he?
not
at
looking at
that,
nobody. He's overlooking people.
If
Well,
you're
when
looking
was the last
at
time he was in the DMV?
Oh,
Looking at
Sticks, he's
artists.
amazing. You feel me? Sticks, he over here out in Salisbury. Sticks, he's amazing. Like, it's a lot of great artists. Like, you really just gotta take a time out to listen to their music for real. Like, I don't know. Like, I
Well,
guess
no
because I
one
don't
is
watch
doing that no
TV.
more.
Well, I
No
don't
one is
watch a
doing that
lot of
no more.
TV. I listen to music all the time. You feel me? So like, just taking the time out to like some of them, their music just be to the point where you gotta be completely lit off of like Casamigos to smoke like 3, 4 blunts in order for you to understand what they saying. But like some of them, they
so
got
J
some
Money, you
good
are
music.
quiet over there. J Money, like, how do you don't feel insulted by what he said? And Scoops, I'm gonna have to drop you for a second. I'm gonna bring
Oh
up
no, you
Maybach
good.
Cherry. If you want to hang out in the back when we get to,
Oh,
we
I will.
got a lot more to talk about. So if you
Okay.
hang out, I can bring you back up if you like. Thank you so much for your
Alrighty.
input.
No problem.
Thank you, Scoops. Make sure you follow me because we need to talk about them locticians.
Yes,
I'm not gonna I'm
yes.
not gonna cap to you though, young. I hate when people talk. I hate when people ask DMV artists that we haven't even seen in the DMV about the DMV scene. They are focused up and working on themselves. Like, and they always say they only got Wale. Like, why do we got Wale? Thank you, Atlanta, for that. Because DC didn't help do nothing, none of that shit. Uh, pardon my language. But what did y'all do? Wait until he got popping in New York and then started bragging on him? Huh. Well, why don't the DMV artists have anything? Because all of them are sitting there waiting, thinking that one of you guys in the DMV is going to pop up at a show and discover them when they don't know that it's going to cost them about 2K, 5K just to get y'all to play their shit. And we're not even talking about the listening fee that y'all charging these artists now just to listen to their music. We're not going to talk about the fact that they got a whole DMV radio station, 3, 4 of them joints. And yet, DMV artists, how hard is it to get in there and really have a meeting? And then when they have a meeting, they're told they're compared up against all the artists that are not from the DMV. So you got to be bumping off on one of these levels. Now, we're not going to talk about music wise, right? Because musically, the DMV don't even have what they like, a sound. I mean, we called the city a go-go, but yet all day long we play top 10s, top 20s, the same songs over and over and over and over and over again. When I was living in the DMV, you know, when I started discovering new music, when I bought my new 300 and it came with this XM radio, and I started listening to like Hip Hop Nation and Sirius XM. I didn't notice any. I didn't discover any new DMV artists from listening to WPGC. And let's not talk about that little 90 seconds that Little Bacon Bear gave us. I was about to call her Kevin Bacon, but Little Bacon Bear gave us little 90 seconds, and then we got to only decide if we liked it or we hated it, or this song or that song. It was always a battle, a competition, or something like that. So we can go on and on about why there isn't any. Let's not talk about Logic because nobody's bumping Logic.
I used to.
That's the
I
key word.
haven't kept up with his music
Of course.
because it's not pushed to the forefront, and that's what happens. If you're not looking for an artist, you're not going to hear them if they're
Of
not,
course.
where they need to be. But I definitely, one person that's definitely from here that's in frequent rotation is Ari. I think we're talking more so
He doesn't count though.
rappers.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking more so about like the DMV rappers. Of course, we always soar in R&B. That's one thing we definitely soar in.
R&B, acting,
Yeah,
everything but rap. Everything but rap. Everything but rap. And listen, I told y'all why. I said this, and I will go on a mountaintop saying this. The mountaintop. Go division and separation from the rappers is what's holding the DMV rap scene back. Because when you think about DMV rappers, when you think about DMV music, first you think go-go. And then the first rappers that you think about is those rappers that come from that. And then you start listening to the artists that are not working on go-go, which is the DMV sound, and none of them sound like it. They all sound like a typewriter, man. Pressed too many times.
Can we address this right here?
Talk to it. What? Why are we talking about that part of Maryland, of Virginia? That's all the way up there in the DMV.
We address this right here.
That is, she's so. That's long. Listen, that's history. We talk about now.
I mean, but do you see? I don't consider Richmond the DMV. Like once you get out of the metropolitan DC area, it's not the DMV. So I don't know why people like to claim talent. Like I guess because we don't have nobody. Is that why you're going so high? We're missing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not no shade to Richmond, you know, and lower Virginia, like they definitely Hampton, all that, Norfolk, they definitely be doing their thing. It's lit out there. However, it's not the metropolitan DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. So
no,
we can't claim Missy. Sorry, it is.
Duh. Kanye like Push T6. I don't know, but Pusha T not from the DMV either. And Shot Glizzy is like on another level, right? Shot Glizzy is Grammy nominated now. But that's then. That's then.
Hold on, wait a minute, Face Lover. I'm sorry, I gotta address this comment. Moco is the DMV, bro.
Man, listen, young.
Train where society is, like all that, all the way up until you can't get off the train, which is Shady Grove. The Metro map is the DMV. So anything outside of that, I think that's how you break it down, really.
Now you try to be cool with your Moco fans, right? But
no,
only
no. I'm not being cool with my Moco fans. I know because if you live uptown, which is DC, you step across the street is Silver Spring.
Correct.
So that's Moco.
Correct. How far does Moco go? Like Bethesda and all that stuff like that?
Moco goes all the way like past Germantown, I think. I think Germantown, and then once you get like to, I don't know what Clarksburg is. But I look at it like anything on the metro. If you can get on a train or the metro bus, metro is the DMV area.
So you can take a train to Germantown?
You can take a train to Gaithersburg, which is Shady Grove.
Okay, then. So like that. Okay, like it's crazy because I get it. We talking about outer city limits, and that's what people don't understand. Like outer city limits. However, the DMV cannot keep on doing this, and I gotta throw you all in this bunch that keep on throwing these artists. First, it's like, oh, he's not from the DMV. He's from this part. He's not from the DMV. He's from this part. Oh, yeah, he is from the DMV, but he's from 10 minutes from there. Like, nah. Either they all are or they're not. Like, we gotta take it. But at the end of the day, what the question was, who do we start looking out for now? And that answer is nobody. Screw all the people that we had years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, all the pre-COVID artists. After COVID, who do the DMV got that we could take serious? Y'all was praising I Am Northeast when I was home. I'm sorry, y'all. That ain't it. And I love the guy, cool dude, but I know y'all wasn't thinking that he was about to say the DMV. Then y'all was talking about this No Savage dude. Like he was about to be the next Wale. I heard his music and I was like, okay, No Savage, don't take me out or nothing, but this ain't about to save the DMV. This ain't about to be. This ain't even going to get the shot level of Grammy nominations.
Yes, y'all.
So then y'all walk around. Stop naming R&B artists. Stop it. R&B artists are not in the conversation. Like they not in the conversation.
Disrespectful, man.
Nah, listen, R&B artists good. They good. That's why I tell every artist that I know that can sing and rap. You better sing. You better learn how to songwrite because I'm telling you, trying to be a rapper is so difficult. Because why do you think the rappers like Wale are not making it right now? There are plenty rappers in the DMV making good love songs, good vibe songs. That's not about trap and shit like that. But why aren't they making it right now? Well, for the same reason that Wale had his problems. They think they so good that they don't got to do the real job that artists have to do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, oh, I'm good. I'm better than them. I'm way better than them. I ain't gotta market my stuff. I'm just gonna post it on my Instagram, and all my 1,000 followers are gonna like it and make me rich and famous. Oh my God. Well, wake up from that fairy tale where you believe that the imaginary dream fairy wakes up in your little room when you're asleep and creeps and puts your dreams and all your wishes and commands underneath your pillow for you to find them. It's not happening. It doesn't happen like that. Like all of these bad artists that we keep naming and that we keep seeing and that we keep on having be at the forefront to say that, oh, they're horrible, they're trash. Those are the artists that say to the marketing people like Say Cheese and the marketing people like DMV Hood News, $50? Okay, put my stuff on your story. $150, put it on your wall. No problem. While all you good artists are like, I'm not paying them to promote my stuff. They should be promoting it for free. Newsflash. That's why the forefront artists are the ones that are getting all the notoriety of us being horrible.
I think he had a bad choice of words, and I think next time he he chooses his words carefully, because like if you're not even really all the way up there, but you're on a platform that everybody looks at. So basically you're telling the music industry, don't even bother looking over there. You ain't gonna find nothing. Is that like,
yeah.
Why are you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, I'm not shitting on y'all. Y'all just need to clean up y'all act. But what about the rappers that's not into the gang banging and that's on? There are rappers that don't rap about that shit, dude. But are we forgetting, or do we not call those people rappers?
But it's actually the reverse though, right? It's actually the reverse though.
On J Money, am I missing something, J Money? You all high over there? Smack.
No, I'm not high. I'm listening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking. I ain't gonna
am I missing something? Like, do we not call people that rap about stuff other than gang banging? Are they not rappers?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Like J Money, they're not rappers, right?
So what do we call them?
They're called artists, hip hop artists. They call them all types of different names besides a rapper. Do you know I've been called everything besides a rapper?
So what do we call them, y'all? Tell me, because I want to get this politically, because when I hear a rapper, okay, I think someone that's in the art of rapping. Yes. There are different forms of rap. You got drill rap, trap rap, you got all kinds of rap, conscious rap, right?
Yep.
So I don't just,
because
when somebody
that's
says
exactly
rapper, I don't just think about like, you know, shooting up the block in my house. Like I think about you guys.
So exactly.
I think about people like, shout out to Spade Morningstar. Like I think about people like him who actually spits. You know what I'm saying? So how can you say it's
MC.
terrible? Like there's so many. I mean, and y'all don't. I can't shout out everybody, but all of y'all know who y'all are. Like it's talented people here.
But they're not talking about that though. They're not talking about whole. So like they're not talking about your skills on the microphone, y'all.
So what is he talking about? Just like how we work together? I mean, he said everybody's going to jail. So that's why I'm taking it. So
yes, he's talking about your emotion. He's talking about their emotion. Like you got all the good artists going to jail. That's what he said. And then you got all the other artists beefing.
Oh, yeah.
So why get in the middle of that? Really? See, this is why. See, like, all right, listen. We have not we've been going through this process right here, right? Where everyone is naming artists. And you see the type of artists that are being named. So then you ask yourself, is the DMV rap scene horrible? when these are people that I assume live in the DMV and they can't even name any new artists that can hold the torch. If Zandman could be the next Wale, Zandman gonna give us a Lotus Flower Bomb.
My head hurt. All right. Let's move on.
No. Go Link and Shot Glizzy just got a Grammy nomination like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. Recent though. And we're naming artists like Zandman and No Savage and Fat Trail. I like Fat Trail, but he's had his chance to make hits. And he's had a major machine behind him. So what about Flock?
He's not beefing and he out there.
He's not beefing. He's not beefing. He's not beefing. Big Flock is amazing. Big Flock is an amazing artist. But what doesn't Big Flock do? Why isn't he there? Why isn't he there? He's been in the label meetings. Why isn't he signed yet? Y'all are not like y'all are, see the thing is this is a business and some of these bros are just they get it. They want to make their money. They're gonna get paid. Big Flock is a hustler. He knows what time it is. He'll probably be worth something in about 2-3 years if he stays on the path he's going. He needs a major tour. He needs a tour, and he needs a hit single. Like he drops a lot of records, but he needs a hit single. The minute that he gets a hit single, that's when he's going to be able to really take off. And not DMV rap. And that's why he's experimenting with different records. Unfortunately, Pooh Shiesty went to jail, so they really couldn't promote that record. But come on. You know who I think honestly, the artist that had the better chance to really do it is 3 Black.
I just commented on his page today. And he like, bitch, you get off of here. You always got some smart shit to say.
No, that's dope.
I was like, why are you still here? You're so talented. After Ant just fucking went in on his ass for being, I guess, phony and fake or how whatever happened. But
you gotta understand
what happened, Six. I wanted to ask you that today, like, cause
that's
you
loyalty.
All the juice.
That's loyalty.
I got 3 got signed. I thought at one point I saw him signing a contract.
Yes. He's with Caroline and Empire and all of them. He's signed, but now he's in that process. He's in that process of looking for the next big single. Well, you got to understand, All Talk was major for him.
Yes.
So y'all got like y'all understand there's a fine line between one hit wonders and people that are still working to look for it, right? And they're still trying to get that budget for a new album and all that stuff. But then there's also a fine line of understanding my time is now, but all of the people that I was with, they're popping too. And I still kind of want to be with them. They're not. How do y'all think that all these other, like all of them people under him or with him are getting these label meetings? Period. Yeah, I mean, like, it's because of the work of All Talk, and now he's running with them, and they're getting seen, and they are back on the scene, and they're getting the notoriety on the point to where, like, all right, they all are just looking for that hit record for all of them to get the major bang for their buck. Because he realized, of course, that All Talk movie was major.
Man.
That's all they need. But that's what I tell every artist, though, right? You need a hit single. You need a record that they can play on the radio, play in the clubs, play at games, all that stuff. Without a record that you cannot walk on stage with for at least a year and be good and comfortable. And listen, y'all got, before y'all start telling me I've been performing and doing this and that, it's not what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, getting it out there to the mass people. And how do you do that?
All right, so we talked about something a while ago, and I just wanted to just breeze back over it right quick. So, do artists have an image to uphold? Because I thought about this when Ant was kind of like going in on 3-0, right? And I was just like, well, damn, like you would think, like he's always telling people business. Like you would think they're doing one way. And then he comes in and he's like, nah, like, look at, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, damn, do, you know, it's embarrassing, but do artists have an image to uphold? And second part to my question is, if so, why don't artists care at such a small level, such as showcases, about their image?
Ooh, J Money, you go to our start with this.
So why don't artists care about showcases?
The first question is image.
Oh, the image.
Do you have an image to uphold? Yeah. Hey, J Money, hey, what you smoking on over there, dog? What strain you got today?
Let me get some.
This nigga is too fucking zooted. Go ahead, Future. Tell me what the fuck do it.
First off, yeah, your image matters. Who wants to look at somebody that doesn't look edible? Like, yes, your image matters. Nobody wants to look.
You said edible? Did you say edible? Did you say looks edible?
No.
Oh,
we said image. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I thought you said who don't want to look at somebody that looks edible.
You smoking over there? What the fuck is going
on? Shock Lotto.
I'm about to roll another one. Nigga.
Okay, there we go. Hey, look, so all right, now, J Money.
Why does my fucking head hurt? Yo. I get being
why do artists show up to showcases looking like bums? I don't know why they do this. They came in flip-flops one time. It was very confusing to me. I didn't know they were artists. I thought they came to slip and slide. I don't know what they came to do. I was like, why would you come? You about to perform in flip-flops? Oh, okay.
I performed in flip-flops before J. Cole did it.
I mean, Adidas tracksuits were cool in Run DMC days, but I feel like now you coming to perform in your Adidas tracksuit is a little.
Wait a minute. I'd rather see somebody in a fresh ass Adidas tracksuit with some Adidas thing. You know
it
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
the fresh one. It was the old one.
I wasn't bad you some shit. Hey, you petty. Listen, let me first answer this, right? Let's first answer the initial question. Do artists have an image to uphold? In the beginning, you damn skippy. Not when you're proven. Then when you're proven, you can get on there and be your true self and do whatever you want as long as you're ready when it's showtime. That's all they care about. That's why Post Malone walking around looking like he don't give a damn no more. That's why all artists start walking around in however they want, whenever they get on. But the reality of it is, when you're getting on and you're having to build a brand and you want people to know you or something, you have an image to uphold. Now, a lot of these artists, the question why they show up to showcase looking like bums. The reality of it is, not that they are bums, but they're just getting off work. They're not prepared. These showcases are not being taken serious to them because they're looking at it like, oh, I'm just out for the night. I'm just hanging with my friends, getting drunk. They're not looking at it like it's my opportunity to be seen and really like showcase myself and who I am. I mean, then you get some artists that do come out there dressed the part, but then they don't fucking, fully function it right. It don't look right. They just be out there with nice chains on, but then they in the corner, not talking to nobody, unsociable, rap and roll. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't really know who they are, what they was talking about. If you miss who gets called up, you don't know who they are. They never say their name again. They rap, get off stage, and go off in the cut. So an image to uphold is like building a brand, See, so it's like, yeah, man. When did you have an image in mind when you started rapping?
I mean, I think
I
we all
did,
did.
yeah.
Now,
I think we all did.
I really want to know what you all's visions was when y'all first started rapping, or with Jezebel. Well, when you were thinking about your rap image as well, we still waiting on that single.
Well, it was gonna be a little raunchy, of course.
Of course.
Kind of like, you
That-
know who is a perfect example of who I would have been if I was a rapper? Sukiana.
Okay, so yeah, we gonna put a pin in that because I saw you say that's your alter ego.
I mean that with all my heart. I love her to death. I embrace all that she do. I mean, even the fuckery. Like, I really like. She's like, she says what I be thinking. She's funny with it. She's charismatic. Not to mention that she's really intelligent. In real life. So the gimmicks, I'm down with it all. That's kind of how I would have been. Like, just saying whatever. Like, just real raunchy.
Right.
Hashtag ratchet conservative, y'all.
And J Money.
I mean, I never really can say that I imagine myself like being like another rapper, but I imagine the image being larger than life. You know what I'm saying? Like on big stages, doing big performances, like not no small showcases. So no, I'm not going to put as much time, effort, and energy into a small showcase like I would into a bigger festival or a bigger event. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times that might be what it is. Maybe artists just don't care enough because they know how they're going to be treated at this small showcase, and it might not lead to a bigger event. So.
And see, like that's what I tell every artist, right? Exactly what you just said. They walk in the room like I'm gonna be treated like I'm just here. They come dressed like I'm just gonna be treated like I'm just here. No one's gonna care.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ask why no one cares. I mean, like I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first started, I knew nothing about image or style. I was overweight. My clothes were a little bit baggier to compensate for being overweight. I was sitting writing for labels and sitting in the rooms with all these other artists walking in and out in their regular clothes, right? So I'm thinking, I'm seeing them in the regular light. This is what they look like. I can wear this. This is cool. The minute I asked to be an artist, I found out the hard way. Image is everything. Not only did I get laughed out and talked about, I had to sit down with a whole consultant to explain to me, look at you. You know what I'm saying? Not just look at you, but change it. And change it now. It wasn't low. Take your time.
I think it, not to cut you off, but I think it just adds to the performance. Like, it just makes your performance so much more grander when you kind of like showing off. Like, yeah, I guess like when you come up, you show up, and you don't have to wear anything specific. Like, I don't think you have to wear so many big chains. Like, I don't think that's a big thing. Maybe a nice little piece of jewelry, maybe not. Maybe just, you know what I'm saying, just well groomed is what they call it.
I think you need to have something that stands out and gives somebody a reminder if they saw you.
Colors.
Colors. Oh, you had on that. Oh, you remember? I remember you had on that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, I mean, I think artists do have an image to uphold. And I thought about this because I'm like, okay, like, do you prejudge artists when you see them? Like, when, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this something,
don't you prejudge everybody when you see them?
Do the ones that look great do great? You know what I'm saying? Kind of, sort of. Like, is there a connection with that? Or is there not? So
yes, there is. Because I was very disappointed when an artist had all this flashy thing and had a whole section and all these bottles, and then when it was their time to perform, it was a terrible.
It was lackluster.
Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes the most dirtiest, bummiest person in the club at a showcase is the best artist.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Usually.
I mean, I walked up to this one artist super lit. I was like, "Yo, you're amazing," and it was like, "Oh, thank you," and I was like, "Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? You stink. No, why did you come out here like that?" You know what I'm saying? It's like, so It's just like, hey, I've met some amazing artists that just look like they just jumped off the trash truck. I'm just saying, like they just got off work.
All right, let's get into the trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. We're about to get into some trigger warning topics. I just like to give that out because
I
don't
didn't have a
know how
blunt.
people feel about specific situations. But question of the day is,
That's the question of the day.
what is a deadbeat dad? What is considered to be deadbeat behavior?
Young. All right, so
I
let
have
me
to ask the men because
let me get my answer out the way. Let me get my answer out the way so they can go and hate me now, young. A deadbeat dad is the government.
Okay.
Once child support stops paying or once the government stops taking care of the kid, that's when it becomes deadbeat.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. But yeah, I was gonna say, are we asking the Google definition?
All the deadbeat is that. Because a man not being in the picture but paying child support is not a deadbeat.
what? Hold on, wait. What?
A man not being in the picture but making sure his child support payments are on time every month is not a deadbeat dad.
Y'all pin that. We're gonna come back to what you just said. J Money, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say a deadbeat dad
Is
is?
that
You
the
said it's
Google definition? Like, is
no,
that
no,
the
no.
Google
What is
definition?
your
Like, do you want?
definition? What is your definition of a deadbeat dad? Like, what do you think
No,
when
I
you
agree
hear
exactly what
deadbeat?
Sixxcess says. The government.
When you okay,
Yeah,
all
the
right.
government.
So
We
So
already
you
know.
want a
we're
Google
gonna
definition?
play these games today. We're gonna play these games today.
I
You
don't
know,
know
Um,
what
well,
game it
listen,
is.
like you already know me personally. Y'all know how I feel about this situation, but I do agree, and I believe that. Oh man, I ain't never took care of none of my kids. See, no, see, listen. That is a deadbeat, right? That is a deadbeat. When you say I ain't never took care of none of my kids, and shout out to Face Lover for playing along. We all know he don't have any kids, but his cat, and he didn't take care of that. So we, I guess that is true, but but no, I'm just kidding. He loved that cat. He loved that cat, y'all. He treated that cat like a baby, and I was actually ashamed of how he treated that cat sometimes a little bit more better than me. But what I am saying is taking care of your kids. A man's role in a family is different. Period.
Okay.
We talked about the roles last week. You know what I'm saying?
we're gonna revisit the roles again today since we're talking about this topic, y'all. I'm getting ready to open up the floor, so if you guys want to jump in,
Listen, now, I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, don't come in here trying to bash and battle me because I got time today. I got on my ACDC shirt, so I am definitely in full blown rock mode. You know what I'm saying? Full blown.
Before I do open up the floor, I'm going to say what I think a deadbeat dad is. And okay, so it goes very deep for me. Okay,
Yes.
very, very, very deep.
Let America know you're a daddy's girl first, and then let's go ahead.
I am raised by a single father, you guys. So yes. All right. So my definition of a deadbeat dad, and I'm going to address what you said about the child support, right?
Yes.
So if a man and a woman was married and they agreed to have a child, whether they were married or not, they agreed to have the child. Like they both was in it together.
Yes.
However, years down the line, it doesn't work out. And now she puts him on child support.
Correct.
If he discontinues emotional support and only supplies financial support, in my eyes, he would be a deadbeat. Okay? As opposing, if a woman has a child, knows that the man doesn't have it, put him on child support and he never comes around, I don't think he's a deadbeat. Okay. Another definition of a deadbeat to me, I mean, it's just a emotion. Like if you were there and then you just stopped being there.
Yeah.
To me, that's what's considered a deadbeat. Not someone who didn't agree to have. I don't care if he nutted in you 100 times. If he said, I don't want kids, and nutted, and you still had that baby, and you went to put him on child support, he disappears. He's not a deadbeat because you knew he wasn't going to be there from the get-go. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my girl Scoots back up here. All right. And we want to hear what you have to say. Then we're going to go around. Anybody else have anything to say? Come on up. The link is in the comments.
Yeah, this going to ride us on out.
Okay, y'all. I'm back, y'all.
What up? Welcome back, Scoops.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome
I'm back.
back.
Welcome
What
back.
is a
Welcome back.
deadbeat? What is your definition of a deadbeat dad?
Ooh, y'all hitting. Y'all know I'm about to hurt some feelings with this one, but it's
Heard
okay.
him.
Oh my gosh. So honestly, a deadbeat dad in my category and how I look at it is someone who isn't financially there for his child, isn't like physically there for his child to give him that mental like guidance that they need for real. And just don't check up on your kid. Like how you have a child out here floating around in the world and you don't even call or text them.
True enough. True enough. Now, we see that's the thing, right? We always take that ladder when we talk about dads. And that's why it's not
Oh no,
fair.
cause there's some ratchet moms out here too. Don't ever get it twisted. There's some deadbeat ass mammies out here too.
Yeah, like get it like this, right? If a man and a woman is together, to Jezebel's point, you said married, and they choose to split up. In the reasoning that they're splitting up, that mom or man is going to list several reasons on why they can't be together. And you know what? Usually, 9 times out of 10, one of those reasons is
What?
someone is not has been checked out a long time ago.
Yeah, but I
So,
feel like even if you're
No,
emotionally checked out of a situation, that still has nothing to do with the child. You feel me? Like I've
no,
been married and divorced and everything, and my kid dad is an amazing father. Like I never keep him out of our son life. Now my baby daddy,
right.
he's a whole nother story. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
that man is a whole nother
Mhm.
story. You feel me? Because everything cool and dandy when we together, but as soon as you start getting caught up and everything else, and then now all of a sudden there's a baby in the picture. You name him. He looked just like you and everything else, but you pick and choose when you want to be there. A child
mhm.
isn't a toy where you pick and choose when
So
you want to be in a picture. A child is there all the time.
Okay. Okay, so Ghostface Killer's son accused him of being a deadbeat father, right?
Ooh,
Did you guys
I
see
seen
this
it.
or hear about this?
Yeah,
I
I
did.
had the
I
picture on
did.
that one.
So immediately the internet thought that Ghostface
Oh
Ghostface
Lord.
disowned his son because his son was gay, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Oh, you're a horrible person." Da, 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 da. And I'm about to say a very unpopular opinion, okay? Why do people act like when a woman gets pregnant or when a family's expecting a child, they either wish for the child to be gay or wish for the child to have some type of disability? Like, no one wishes for those two things. And sorry to group them together, but so it's not to defend whether or not he disowned his child because of that. But people are acting like that's something people wish for. People don't wish for gay children. They don't. They deal with it if their children does decide to live their lifestyle. But that's not something people say. They want a healthy baby. That's it. That's
Exactly.
just the bottom line.
Yeah.
So
Bottom line.
we dig into the story, and of course, the internet was getting upset for no reason. The son said that he abandoned all his children. And so I'm going to go ahead and read this to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So the son says, I've never been the type to go online to talk about my personal life, my family, or my emotions. However, today
Mhm.
I'm giving an inside look into my broken heart because I'm feeling more lost and hopeless than I've ever been. at the real Ghostface Killer. So I'm gonna stop right here. And I think what triggered him was the happy birthday that Ghostface Killer gave to Rihanna's and ASAP Rocky's son RZA. It was a picture. Ghostface went under the picture and said I think he said happy birthday or shout out to the real RZA that was actually there. And this may have triggered the young man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to do this, but at this point, I'm tired of keeping quiet to save your reputation. I'm tired of the pain. My heart has been aching and longing to be loved by you, my father, for way too long.
Mm.
I know, y'all. I'm sorry. So, I have a sick sense of humor, y'all. Please excuse me. So, since you are unreachable, perhaps this will get your attention. I haven't had a full conversation. I haven't had a full conversation with you or seen you in over 15 years. You haven't once reached out to me. Every time
Yeah, you go crazy.
I read this, I cannot read it without laughing, right? Because I don't believe any of it. You haven't once reached out to me to see how I'm feeling or how I'm doing. I have messages that literally show me reaching out to you over and receiving no response for over a decade. The legend that you all love, Ghostface Killer, is the full definition of a deadbeat. Dad, you let us live without light, gas, or even communication from you for years. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here because one thing I don't like is when kids
Get
blame
disrespectful.
they blame the absent parent for what the present parent didn't go out their way to do.
Ooh, powerful.
You have all this coin, and yet you allow my uncles to clean up your mess. I have lived in a shelter for almost a year in 2020 during COVID, and you haven't reached out once to help me or to see if I was
Hold on, how old is this person?
20 something.
He 20.
That's what I was about to say.
Taking care of himself. You a grown man. You worried about another grown man taking care of you. I've been taking care of myself since I was a teenager. There is no excuses. I feel no pity.
Your daughter is mentally ill, and you haven't come to make sure she's okay or even get her help. You did not give a damn about your children, and it's time to lay this shit on the table.
Ooh.
Growing up, your cold shoulder made me scared of not only myself, but of the world. I was never comfortable around you or my brothers when I was a kid, but at least my brothers grew to accept me on their own. I felt unprotected my entire life, and I couldn't even fully chase my dreams because I was so afraid of who I was. And I kept trying to make everyone happy, but someone I wasn't. Even though it was obvious I was pretending. For many years, you made me hate myself until I developed the courage to snap the fuck out of it and realize that there was nothing wrong with me, but there's everything wrong with you.
Stop blaming the world.
I can't even say you're only a deadbeat to me because I'm gay, because you're a deadbeat to all of your kids.
Good.
Some more than others. But what I've been seeking is the answer as to why. Is it because your father turned his back on you? Why do you love everyone but your kids? It's backwards, it's ugly, it's hurtful, it's humiliating. I'm tired of you ignoring us. I'm tired of you acting like we don't exist. I'm tired of you. So why did you write all of this?
Amazing.
How do you guys feel about this young man pouring? What? You clapping for?
I have just found out that I'm going to be having Jzabel DaTruth narrate my audio book. That was some great reading right there. Great reading. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I was actually thinking about doing that before. So that was
You should read some you should read some books and put them
people need to hire me. Y'all got a book? Anybody out there got a book y'all want me reading? You know what I'm saying?
I got one for
Look at J Money got a book. J Money got a book. J Money, what's the name of your book? What is JmoneyGibbs?
Don't worry about it.
All right, so look,
How do y'all feel about like? I know that's a lot to take in,
I'm gonna tell
and
you the truth. He's right to feel that way though, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's 100% right to feel that way. But the reality of it is, it does not matter because a
It
lot of
does.
people don't understand something. If they stopped talking 15 years ago, that was probably the breaking point between mom and dad. Y'all keep on saying that the relationship between the parents don't matter. It 100% does matter.
It does.
It does. It stems a lot with the individual. I just genuinely believe that he needs like therapy at this point. You feel me? Like honestly, you can't go on social media looking for answers from your father. You feel me? Granted, he ain't answering you or whatever the case is. You believe that he done sat over here and just expunged you from the situation because what you choose to deal with. But by the end of the day, that's still his dad. A real father is always gonna be in the picture, like mentally and emotionally. At least what I think, regardless of what their child chooses to deal with, like
Listen,
whatever their
everybody is quick to
situation is.
point the finger. Everybody's quick to point the finger, but how are deadbeat dads created? Where do they come from?
No,
Right?
and to
It's a
be
cycle.
honest,
It's a cycle.
and to answer your question, a real father does not do that. A real father makes sure that his kids don't have to worry about needing anything when they're grown.
but J
Like,
Money, where do you think deadbeats come from? That's what I'm interested to know.
I think they're created from the kid's mother. They create the father into be a deadbeat.
Elaborate.
It's very simple. You care about the shit you're around. This is simple. This is for artists. This is why, you know what I'm saying? This is why some artists in the DMV don't make it. It's simple shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll go and spend thousands of dollars and take your way to go out of town to go all the way somewhere to see Beyonce, but you won't spend $20 or whatever, $10 in gas to go see an artist in your own city. You spend money on what surrounds you. If that child's around you every single day, you're going to take care of that child. The people who are around you, you care about. You're going to make sure that they're good. It's just a natural instinct. It's a human instinct. So I feel like deadbeat dads are created when the mother doesn't allow the dad to be responsible and put him on child
But
support and not really support that child. Real support of that child would be taking him to and from a doctor's appointment, taking him to and from school, being responsible for things in his life. If you're not allowing him to be responsible, then you have created a deadbeat.
but
Mm.
What
they
do you
don't
okay,
allow that.
so
They don't allow that for the room for their new dude.
well, no,
I
I have
mean,
an even
it's
bigger
allowed for
question.
him because
Like,
he's there and the child's there. If the child's not in the hands of the father, then how can you say he's a deadbeat if you haven't gave him the responsibility?
Mm.
yeah, but what about the women who did give that man the responsibility of being a father, and then he just go ahead and exit himself out of the situation because he feel it's too much? You feel me? He done
What's too
created
much?
himself into
Dealing with
that.
his own child or dealing with the baby mother?
Yeah, just in general, just not, it has nothing to do with the baby mother because by the end of the day, like I know me, I have two different dads. You feel me? Like for my
Okay.
kids, you feel me? Our ex-husband, at first everything was rocky. I ain't gonna lie, everything was crazy. But now he's an amazing father. You feel me? I don't never take the opportunity of my kids to be with their dads, whether it deals with finances or anything. You
Yeah.
feel me? Your dad is your dad. I'm a
Yeah.
woman. I
Okay.
can't teach you how to be a young man. But by the
Right.
end of the day, my youngest son, dad, he picks and chooses when he want to be in the picture. I don't care whether he pays child support or not, cause baby, I'm always gonna go out here and grind and go get it for me and mine. But when you supposed to be a dad, when he needs you, when he call you, and you choose when you want to be in a picture, you pick and choose another woman over your child. That's creating your own
Do you
deadbeatness.
do you think that's because he's
Now,
on child support and not to get in your personal business? But do you think that because
That
maybe
man wasn't even on child support for a whole year.
and he
So
still behaved in that same manner, or did it change?
still behave in that same manner. It's
Well, he
just
probably behaved in that manner
so
before you decided to leave him, though.
right. So don't expect behavior to change. Somebody's going to be
Yeah,
who they are. And if you're
no,
yeah.
saying
like
that they
I,
pick
I,
and
I
choose,
said he
maybe
was an
they're
amazing
picking and choose.
stepdad. I give him that. He was an
But I'm
amazing
saying,
stepdad.
if you're saying
Oh yeah,
picking and
because it wasn't
choosing,
his, and he was trying to impress you. That's why
right? So
he
Honey,
I'm
became an
it's a
amazing
impressed
perspective.
them,
stepdad to
swept, and
impress you.
out the door.
Yeah,
No, think
Impressed
about
them,
this. It's the
stepped, and out the
perspective.
door.
Maybe you're saying he picks and chooses. Maybe he's doing it when he can because he's also trying to spend time with this other female. So you're saying, oh, he picks and chooses and he's doing it over a girl. Maybe he's trying to balance his emotional and other parts of his life out. And he's like, okay, I have this time to do this now. Let me try to get my money together. Let me try to get my head right. I don't want to be around my child when
But
I
do
can't get to
women
it and I
have
can't do
that?
nothing for it.
But do women have that option to
Women get
have
that
No.
option all the
time
fucking
to
time.
do all of this and do all of that? And I think women
I don't
feel
even
Ooh,
think they have the word deadbeat
sheesh.
mom. They put
I
deadbeat
wish I
dad
could
no,
get
out.
a break.
I don't get a
What?
chance today off. So
Money
why
munching
do
mom.
you,
Like,
as
what
a
we
man,
need to call
have
it?
a
Time
chance?
out. Time out. A break. Hold on. A break is only given
What's a
to a
break?
man. A break is only given to a man in the event when the woman says she's done and they split up. At the end of the day, just like J Money said, in his previous comment, y'all are totally looking over the whole thing. A man's relationship with a woman is much more important than a man's relationship with his kids. You do
You
understand
think
that
her
when
Say
kids.
relationship?
No,
say
listen,
that one more
listen. Let me
time.
elaborate. Let me elaborate.
Say that
Go
again.
ahead, please.
A man's relationship with his relationship is way more important than the relationship with his kids. When his kids reach a certain age, they're going to create their own families and they're going to go their
Mhm,
own ways. But that man has
mhm,
to grow old with someone. And that's what he's trying to secure. If you and him have kids along the way, he's hoping to raise them kids to a certain age to where they can go on and be self sufficient to where you all can get back to being you all. But a lot of people misplace what happens. The roles were created when Adam and Eve chose to eat the apple together. And the thing is, like, we may not be biblical or whatever the case may be, but the facts are there. They have the babies, and the men are supposed to provide and take care of that.
mhm, mhm.
Only time a man leaves a situation, ain't no man that ever just said, I'm about to up and just walk away from my family without a little under the cover backdoor pushing from that woman. That's taking time to happen. Time to happen. When a kid is born, they don't even ask the father nothing, married or not. That child has the mother's name until they sign paperwork to give it that father's name. In the event that the mother says we're done, and they take it, let's say they take it to a court matter. Of course, we know that child support is based on whoever files it first. But then they're going to ask that main question, custodial. And what mother is letting a father say, you know what, we're done. I'm taking my kid and we're going. Because any mother that does that, they call her all types of names, and you let them take your kid. So we're looking at a lot of things that are not facts. A woman is going to automatically go out and either find somebody else to help her raise her kids or raise them by herself. The system is in place regardless for whatever decision or whatever choice that she makes. There's a system in place to support her decision, whatever decision she makes. And for real, let's be clear. That decision and that support is given without a judge to tell you. So at the point that you make a judge tell you these keywords, this is what you have to do monthly. Anybody asking someone to do more is now to asking that person to go above and beyond.
Mhm.
When you have met a set and precedent, a judiciary precedent, where you've put someone in control to tell you what they believe the proper support is. If they see every Friday, 6 o'clock to Sunday at 6 o'clock, well, okay, they've deemed that this is what you're supposed to get and this is what you're supposed to do. They've deemed that. I mean, you could
Right.
easily say to the courts, well, hey, no, we want to do 50-50. He with the dad over there, figure, and he over here.
No
But
judge,
a lot of times that does not happen. A lot of times it's a
no
fight for the rights
listen,
to
no
party.
judge will ever say to a man, no, you cannot see your kids more. No, you cannot spend more time with your kids.
At
No, I
all.
do not
At
agree
all.
that you cannot be in your
At all.
kid's life more. If
At
any
all.
man goes to the court building and says, you know what, I want to be in my kid's life more, no judge is ever going to be against that. And you
Hmm.
Ever.
show me one that is, that's
Ever.
freaking crazy to me.
Point one out
So,
for me because I haven't
so
seen
what
it
you're
yet.
no, 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 no. No judge is ever going to say that's not a good idea, but that has to go through a chain. That has to be another court
Right,
date. That has to be an
right.
agreement with the
But you,
mother.
all you have to do is prove and
All you have to
show
do is
you're
not all you have to do.
capable. Prove and show that you're financially capable and you have a good set. Like if
But
not
why do you have
simple.
to
Once
do
you're
that?
put on
Why do
child
you have to
support,
do that?
once you're put on
What do
child
you
support, that is
mean?
not
Personally, in
simple.
Why?
my own
That is
Why?
not
perspective, I don't
simple.
even
If you
believe
show
that
That is
that you're
not
men who
more
are
simple.
good dads should
financially
be on child
stable and
support in
emotionally
general. But
stable
that's
than
just
a
my
woman,
personal
you can take the
perspective.
child from the woman.
Why? Why take her child from her? Let her keep
No,
her child.
I'm
Pay her
saying
monthly. Pay her monthly bill. Listen, she wanted that child because at the end of the day, she had 4 months to say, "I can't do this. We're not gonna be together. I'm not gonna have this baby." And then she had another 5 months or however many more months it takes to say, "You know what? We could get this child up for an adoption." Every step of the way, those 9 months, the father could be saying, "I don't want this child. We're not going to be together." At the end of the day, that choice does not belong to him. He has no dog in that fight. He
No,
can give her all
I feel
the
totally
money. He
different
can
about
say
that though.
get an abortion. Here go the money for the abortion right here. Here go the money for the abortion right here. Here go the money for the abortion right here. Here
But you
go the
have to
money for the
understand, a lot of people don't even believe in abortion, so you can't even force somebody
so,
to do an abortion. Like, for instance, with me, I already know that my body rejects birth control. So my thing is, when I spoke with my son's father, when we sat over here and we went from condoms to unprotected sex, I told him from the beginning what it is from the get-go. So if he falls asleep in the
correct.
pussy, that's on you. That's on you. That's your
Hmm.
fault, not me. So you already knew the
Hmm.
consequences before these actions. So by the end of the day, we laid, we played, we gonna take care of this baby together.
so even
Period.
if he
And
said
wait, can
he
I
don't
address
want
something?
kids, but y'all had a hot seat tonight, it doesn't matter how he feels and how that's going to affect his life.
Can can I
Let me
No,
ask
How
you.
no?
I'm
How he
asking. No, no,
feels?
no. I
something?
want her to answer because I really do want to know how
How
women
he
think
feels?
in
How
these
he feels?
situations.
How
If
he
a
feels?
man is telling you that I'm not ready, not in your specific situation, but let's say a man is telling you, hey, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I understand, but I really don't want kids right now. You know, like I'm trying to go to school for HVAC. I'm trying to do this. I really don't want to have kids right now. So you go
Yeah, that's
ahead and you
understandable.
know this. Both of you guys know this. So you still have sex with them.
Yeah, no, that's when you use protected sex. By the end of the day, but when y'all already know that the consequences from y'all actions, you feel me? There's all different ways to like break off from that. Y'all don't have to have a kid, but by the
Listen,
end of the day, if you already knew that
I want to
you
address
ain't
the
want no
elephant in
kids,
the
it's called
room.
use a condom. Use a condom.
Listen, I want to address
Condoms
the
ain't
elephant in the
100%.
room, and I'm so happy we have another female perspective on here. I need to address the elephant in the room. Now,
Hmm.
Okay.
ladies, I need you to answer this. When you are
Okay.
in the moment having sex and you say the words to the man, "Come in me," can you please admit that you don't mean that shit?
Oh,
No matter
listen.
how much and how good it is and what's going on, can you just admit that you don't actually mean that shit? And niggas need to understand that she didn't mean that shit. Nigga, pull out.
Oh,
You
first
like,
of
I
all,
need it just
I'm
to
not
be
gonna say
clear
that unless
now.
I meant it. I'm not gonna
I
say it unless I
mean,
meant it.
Let me
that's
hold on.
why.
You're not gonna
Listen,
put
that's
me in
why
that
they invented
situation.
Plan B, right? So you just
I mean,
I'm
still,
two and done, baby.
but none of
I'm
that,
two
none
and
of that,
done, baby. Don't
have
ever do
damn
me.
kids, man.
but none of that
Shit.
matters though,
What?
right?
You
Because
not gonna
the
hear that about my
reality,
mouth?
yeah, but the reality of it is this: once it happens, the choice is out of his hands.
Yeah, you like fuck.
Listen,
I gotta
listen.
go to
Well,
CVS.
he shouldn't have had the hand on the frontal, the hand on the neck, the leg up on the thing. Now I got me
You
out here
shouldn't have
looking
touched the
crazy. You
legs.
know who got
You
I mean,
shouldn't
but
have
like
contact?
touched the legs and
honestly,
shit like
like, but
that.
you can't blame a man for doing what a man is supposed to do and what he's made up to do. He's made up to find a woman, fall in love with her, and procreate. That's what he's gonna do.
Oh
That's what
no,
he's
they
thinking
don't even
about. One
fall
hundred
in love
percent.
nowadays. That some of them don't even know your first name. They don't even care. They ready
Nah,
just to get in
listen,
the bed.
listen. A lot of people are skipping the
I'm
process.
just saying.
A lot of people are skipping the
They
process
don't even ask you,
because
hey, you want to go
of
get
the
a two
world.
for 20 for Applebee's anymore? No,
Correct. No, listen,
Oh,
and
nothing.
everything right now, and y'all have to realize in today's world we live in, everyone is skipping processes and steps.
Hey,
Everyone
I
is
mean,
expecting microwave shit. It's like they
I
want to
case search
test it.
people.
I
I
want
need
to
to know who
test
I'm
it
laid up
first.
with.
I want to make sure I can. I want to make sure it's right, and then I'll commit to it. Like, okay, whatever.
do
All
open
right, so I
marriages
want to move.
lead to
I want to move right
separation?
along. Go ahead, J Money.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
do
say,
you?
do open marriages lead to separation or does it save it? Hmm. I feel like, listen, a relationship is your relationship with that person. And if you have that communication and understanding with that person of what y'all got going on, that's fine. But if y'all don't and y'all have jealousy and emotions and I can't deal with this and you did it, then shit's not going to work. Some
I'm
shit
gonna
can
tell
be
you.
simple, but you can make it complicated.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you broke, this ain't for you.
This shit is not for you.
This is not broke marriage people's. You know what
You
I'm
ain't
saying? This is
lying.
not broke married people's problems
Not
Mm-mm.
it.
because you can't afford to be in an open marriage when you really not don't have it. Like this is for the people that can afford to
Can
get
afford it.
away and protect feelings. You know what I'm saying? To where
Take
we
trips,
know, but we won't see it, right? Because
but respectfully.
nobody can take this. Seeing it. Those people that this new polygamy word, this new polygamy relationships,
Half of
they're
them
the
don't
most
even like it.
hilarious ones to me.
Mhm.
Right? That's why they get TV shows because they're interesting. Because we
Mm.
know that
Polygamy
like TV
relationships.
shows, they have to come to an end eventually. So we want to just be along for the ride. We want to see the crash
It's
because we
in for a
know that
little
three
bit, not
people.
for a long
It
time.
may be
What?
good in your fun years, but in your when you start thinking about years, in your financial stability years, in your who's going to take care of me years, in your who I'm going to leave shit to years, that's when it matters. And a lot of
Okay.
people ask why the word mistresses is bigger than open marriages because a man doing everything or like trying to be a boss of an empire is more subjectable to doing this, and a woman who is feeling neglected or feeling like she's not, valued or and then can be easily valued by someone else is easily subjectable to doing this. So that's why those words are more happening because most people that are in married relationships only cheat when they're not being fulfilled, like when they're not getting everything that they're looking for. At the end of the day,
But
if
everybody
you're
has to
doing that,
realize you're not gonna get everything on your checklist anyway.
so you know what
Right.
my saying is. You know what my saying is. What I've always said to anybody that asks me how I've been married so long. I always say that you have to have your checklist. But on that checklist, it has to be ordered like, okay, priorities and what I can live without, right?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I want that, but I can live
Mhm.
without it. It's like
Right.
a wish list.
It's
And
when
as
you
long as you can
realize
get
that your needs are
7 out
more
of
important
10,
than your
6
wants.
out of 10, yeah, as long as you're getting those top 5 met, top 3 met, I think you got a winner.
All right, six. So Scoops, I want to know, do you think open marriages lead to separation, or do you think open marriages could save your marriage?
It depends on the phase of your marriage, because once again, everybody goes through different phases within their marriage. So you have to understand, like, you'll go through your cupcake phase, and then you'll go through your boring phase, and then you'll go through your phase where you just look at them when you wake up in the morning, like, I really can't even stand you today. And then you right back in your love stage. So you know you have to bring yourself back into that balance. You feel me? So if open marriage is something that y'all both mentally can be able to like agree with, then cool. You feel me? Like without being disrespectful, y'all got y'all boundaries. It has to be like boundaries to it. You feel me? But most of the time when it comes down to like open relationships during a marriage, there already are boundaries. Like you can't do this on social media, you can't do this, you can't go there, you can't do, you feel me? So it's like they already understand. So it can help the situation instead of just sneaking around, getting a mistress, hurting somebody's feelings, telling a bunch of lies when y'all already know what it is from the beginning.
I like that answer. I like that answer. So,
You know what I've always found out though? It's always the one who initiates the open marriage that
like,
gets hurt the worst.
yeah,
Yes.
I don't think it could work in any situation. For a long time. Like I don't, and that's just me saying that.
Mhm.
And it's funny that because I think that, and this came up from me. I saw Latasha Scott from Escape is now getting a divorce,
Mhm.
and one of the things she complained about is like just yeah, they agreed to it, but now she's finding out about all these mistresses and XYZ. And then I thought about Monique and how Monique was all for it in the beginning. And then she backtracked a few months ago, a little bit, I think it was last year or a few months ago. She backtracked and was like, I no longer want to be, you know what I'm saying, I no longer want to do this with him. I think that like we're territorial, like as humans, I guess, like possessive. We kind of want that person for ourselves. I've been asked this question before. Could I do a polygamous relationship?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't. I know for a fact that I want to be everything. Like you don't need a best friend because I'm like one of the guys. Like what you need a best, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to go to the strip club. I got a pole here. Like,
honey,
you know,
what
I'm everything. What more do you need to add to this table? Now I'm also one that wouldn't leave my husband for cheating either, depending on how he cheats. So, you know, I just think that it definitely leads to separation because after he moves from one, y'all have one girlfriend and it's another girlfriend, and he's fucking somebody else on the side because he's like, oh well, she's okay with it, so I don't have to have the one she picked for me. I don't want that bitch.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, ladies. Like this is gonna sound real sexist or whatever, but ladies, you cannot leave your man for cheating on you one time.
You know,
I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie.
or
My
in one
father,
situation. You
As
can't.
long as he
my
won't
father
leave
gave.
me for cheating, as
No,
long
he's
as we have
definitely
that.
no. He's 100% gonna leave you for
See,
cheating. He's
No,
100%.
I
we
had to
have to have
understand.
that. We have to have that. Like that's part of our agreement. Like in the vows, it had to say you cannot leave me for cheating. As long as I don't
What
leave you
you
for
know,
cheating.
I can't
So
I
death do
can't
us
say that.
part.
My father, I told him he my OG for real. Like he gave me the rundown on things. He said you have to understand that there's more women that populate the world than men. So you can't think that that man gonna turn down over 100 women and then just always be stuck with you all your life. He bound to mess up. He gonna think with his D at least once. He's gonna mess up.
It's not even thinking with his D, right? But your father gave you the manly way to help you with dealing with men because you're right. But it's not thinking with his D. But it's honestly, you have to understand, like you said, those phases of emotions that we go through of being together for so long. There is questions that go through a man's head that are opposite and bizarro to what a woman thinks, right? Like a woman is thinking, yeah, am I pretty enough? And what do I have to do to spice up the marriage? A guy is thinking, am I good enough? I need somebody else to tell me that it's not me. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like when you're looking for that type of confirmation, most men are not going to look for confirmation in the person that's already bringing them down. That you're not going to be able to come back to them and be like, you know you're the man, you know you're my number one, you know you're my teddy bear. After you've been like, you're a piece of shit, you ain't nothing, you never going to be shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't talked to him for a week, and he's been out in the streets and there's women that have definitely, and now the social media era where like you be sitting there, you can go months and not check your DMs, and then as soon as you beef it for a week or two, you like shit. Oh shit, story time, story like.
So what do you think about women having two husbands or two? I think it's
Oh
polygamy.
no.
Is
I'm
it?
not trying to be funny,
I don't
right?
get it
Every
together.
time
Like,
y'all see, you see the quality of men that are accepting those type of relationships, right?
no, they look like
Terrible.
more
Go
men.
Some
Google
of
it.
them are
Google
hurt.
through. Go to Instagram and hashtag it and look at those
Some
men.
of them are hurt
They're
with some real low self-esteem issues.
well, I mean, and they're fairly unattractive men. No, they're fairly unattractive men.
So
They're
you
they're on
think?
the lower tier of
Oh,
attractiveness.
but why is it a problem for a woman to have extra income in the house, extra hands to fix stuff?
Wow,
And
that's
you
what you
don't
think
want.
about.
I
It's
don't.
not just
Personally.
sexual, and you know who brought this up? Who broke it down to me? Shout out to my homeboy Will, because he told me, because he was trying to convince me that a polygamous relationship is beneficial, right?
Hmm.
Not just sexually but financially.
Oh.
So I said, oh, okay, I get it, because some men don't like to change the oil, they don't like to fix tires, they don't like to mow the lawn, they don't like to do handsy work. So
He's
how
lazy.
come a woman can't have an extra partner to do those duties, and then extra income in the house for both of you guys? You know, and
Because,
I
because,
don't think
because,
that
Jezebel, let me
use your
stop you. Let
artistry.
me stop you. Because
I don't
there's a
believe
man
that it's
called the
extra
fucking
hand.
mechanic that we pay.
Mm,
There's a man
you
called the
pay them.
mechanic
You pay
that
them
we pay.
exactly.
There's a
You
Why
pay
she
landscaper.
gotta
these
why she
people
gotta
for
slut out
certain
herself for
jobs.
services?
How
Why
is
not
that
she
Cause if
slutting
you
out
think
if
no no
he's
no no, cause
milling
if
with
you
you
think
What
guys?
that
what's
It's,
happening?
it's
that
some,
man is not gonna give up none of his bucks
imagine,
and all this
listen,
extra help without getting some cheeks.
imagine
You mean
if
you talking
he
about the
makes
landscaper?
figures. You got two guys bringing in six figures. One of them is a handsy guy.
And
You
you
know, he
telling
gives
me
you all
all
your
them
back
ain't getting no cheeks?
massages. You got the other guy that, you know, he gives you the intellectual part, maybe some sensual. He got the bomb ass of
Okay.
like, why isn't that a vision
So so
that's
is only one
feasible
getting
for
cheeks and the
women?
other one getting a hand job?
I
maybe,
mean, no,
but
it's just like a regular polygamous relationship. You get to sleep with both if
I,
you want to.
I believe that our ratings have just went up with the cheeks and hand job comment. Thank you, Scoops. But what I would like to address is the elephant in the room here. Like what you're saying is reminiscent to all of my weed people out here, right? You're asking for people to be let out of jail, mainly women, for what men have been going to jail for years for asking. I
Well,
mean, we've been asking for two women for years, and it's been frowned upon. Frowned upon, but now you women have put some type of scientific word on it and
and
trying to make it
glorified it.
cool. Polygamy.
I don't see why a man would disagree to something like that.
Because, like I said,
Mm.
fairly attractive men know that they don't have to share. It's like
Jay
men
Money,
that
you
have
look
been
like
picked.
this.
It's it's not
Jay
it's not
Money
even a fairly
understands me. He look like
attractive.
he understands me. Could you
It's
be
not
in
a
a
Jay
fairly
Money, would you be in
attractive
a
male
polygamous
thing.
relationship? Would you be one of the people that would share? Get Tuesday,
Or be
Thursday,
friends.
and Saturday, and
or
then you got
would
share on
you
Sunday
would
or
or
Sunday,
would
Sunday
you
and
get a
rest.
man that gotta kill the mice and bugs around the house, mow the lawn, take out the trash, clean out the gutters, take my ring out of the pipe in the sink in the kitchen, do
Why is it
all
in
of
the
that
sink?
dirty work? Or
Cause
would
she
you like to just
retards.
be an artist? You working on your artistry, you know what I'm saying? Intellectualism, and somebody else does the dirty work.
Damn, she got you doing all
No.
the cleaning. She got you
Heck
Listen,
slaving while
no,
somebody getting the
bruh.
cheeks, man.
Well,
That's
all right.
crazy.
So
let
basically,
me let me
I can
let me
say from
explain
Hold
something
my
on,
to you.
let
go
him
go ahead, go
answer. Go
ahead,
ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, talk,
Let me just
please.
say,
I want to hear your acknowledgement.
I don't give a fuck. Like, listen, if this nigga
See?
wants to motherfucking kill the mice, cut the grass, and do all this shit while I'm on tour and I'm gone, and when I come back, I get to beat those cheeks up and still do my thing and mind my business, nigga, go the fuck ahead. Like, your time is your time, my time is my time. I got shit to do, nigga. I got money to make and other shit to do. I can't be sitting there
Facts.
killing mice and cutting grass and doing this free shit all day, nigga. I got shit to do, money to make, bills to pay, like other shit to do. If you want to do the free shit and save me money and save me percentage and save me, oh, I don't gotta get a landscaper or hire a mechanic and whatever she tell you to do, you gonna do, nigga, and be her whatever sex slave and shit. Go ahead, nigga. When I come back, get the fuck
Uh-oh.
on. You know what I'm
Love
saying? Get the fuck on with
connection.
your shit. I'm
I
back,
found
nigga.
a
I was on
soulmate.
tour for a couple months. I'm back, nigga. The 3 months is over. You had your fun, nigga. Going about your business. I don't give a fuck. I'm at the point now. Maybe I'm
Would
just
you
too
marry
old.
her?
And I have to,
Would you marry her?
We're
but
Would
I
you
talking
don't
marry
give a
her?
about
fuck. I still
marriage.
don't give a fuck.
Would you
We're
marry?
talking
Would y'all
we're
marry
talking
her?
about marriage. We're talking about marriage anyway.
Are we talking about marriage? I don't know. I'm too
Yeah.
old. I don't even know if I'm gonna get married. That shit sound crazy. I'm old as shit.
Mhm.
Oh Lord.
Especially in a world where we're asking for polygamous type
Yeah,
marriages. It's just
right.
like, why get married? If they just want to
Yeah, but
share us
no.
anyway, let
Why
me let
I
me and
feel
one of
ask
my
like
homeboys just keep
but you have to
let me and
understand
one of my best
nobody
friends just keep
even
on tag teaming for the rest of our life.
but
what?
from what she was saying, like I understand what she's saying too. Like a lot of people, they if that person makes the most income or whatever, and they can afford that type of lifestyle, then cool. You know, if y'all all agree without emotions being wrapped in. But I don't see no man with no six figures that's fairly attractive being able to be okay with sharing a woman that he can
Listen,
see
what you don't
that he's
understand is while I'm going
depicting.
off on tour, I'm clapping cheeks in the hotel, so I don't give a fuck. You
Ask.
But
good? It's okay.
that's still not like even like that's why I be telling people like the modern day marriages now isn't like these traditional marriages. Like everybody want traditional marriages, but they want modern day like situations. It don't mix. It just
I
don't
agree
mix.
with that. However, I'm always
That's
going to be
toxic
for
as
what a
fuck.
man can do, a woman should be allowed to do as well. So if you're asking me to have a
Yeah.
threesome with two girls, then I should be able to have two guys. If you want to get married and have two women, then
I
I
can't
should
even
be
take
able to
10.
have two guys. We might as well have a quadruple marriage or whatever. Like, don't
I think
ask
two men, one
something
man is
of
a
a
headache
partner that
alone. Two is
you're not
extra.
willing to do, even with the ass eating stuff.
Mm.
Like, same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
Well,
ask me to do those
All
shit you
right.
ain't
First
willing to
of all,
do.
I don't know. Me
All
personally,
right.
if you doing what you
big pause.
supposed to as a man, I shouldn't even need another man to do anything. You feel me? It should be like an
Facts.
equal thing for me. You feel me? Like I've always worked male dominated fields, so I understand how a man feel after working long hours on his feet outside in the drenching heat, all different type of weathers, this, that, and the third, and all this other crazy stuff. So yeah, you might be feeling sore or something when you come in the house, or you might be hungry. That's already gonna be taken care of. But by the end of the day, we need to focus on our mental together. Like a lot of people don't
Submission.
focus on mental. They worry about sexual, and that's the issue. You feel me? Y'all find a lot of people fall in love with the sexual attribute of an individual more than a mental attribute of an individual. That's why marriages fail. It don't have nothing to do with anything. Everybody rush into marriage without even understanding that person. You don't even know their favorite color, their favorite meal, if they're allergic to anything, if they need a EpiPen, you don't even know when they come through the door if they're sore or not. You just worried about fussing about the dumb shit that they did not do.
Mm.
Mm.
Preach. Well, thank you so much, Schools, for your
Great show.
insight. We getting ready to close out the show. I do appreciate you for coming through. Hopefully, we get to see
Thank
you
y'all for
next
having
week.
me.
Thank you. Shout out your Instagram so people can know where you
Uh,
at. And you said you're a
listen, y'all.
loctician. So what are your services?
Yes. Listen, y'all. I'm over here in Salisbury, Maryland, 806 West Road over at Perry and Gates on the salon side. That's the white side of the building, not the brick side of the
Okay,
building.
she
If you
got the
do need a
white.
shape up, yeah, so if you need a shape up or anything, we do have some amazing barbers. We have some master barbers, and on top of that, we do have just like my size, me and Miss Regina. She's the owner as with her son, and they're like amazing. It's an amazing team or whatever. But I do travel as well. Look me up, Scoobs Locks. That's SCOOBZLOCZ. I do have a website. I do have my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can see my work, all that. You need your hair repaired, your dreadlocks put back in, all that. Oh, RIP to my client, Jay Briscoe. Lord rest his soul. I missed that man in my chair. If y'all seen his tag team ROH match with the 2-strand twist, I did that. I
Okay.
did that. So
Okay.
go
All
ahead,
right,
lock in with your
Scoop.
girl.
Okay. If I
Yeah,
come
shoot.
out
It was a
Salisbury,
pleasure having y'all.
we gonna
Hey,
have
make
to
sure you follow me.
celebrate.
Rolling with success. Make sure you follow
Yes.
Rolling with
I
success.
I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I love being on here with y'all. I love y'all spirit.
Well, thank you so
Even though I
much.
was
And
messing up,
hopefully,
cause y'all know the DMV. Y'all know me. I'm all over here. When y'all said DMV, y'all need to get throwing a whole nother word or something. Y'all just had me thrown in the
don't do
wind.
us
I'm
like
looking like
that. Don't do us like that,
what?
Hey,
Scoop.
nah, maybe y'all need to stop. Maybe y'all need to stop stealing. Why you heard me?
We will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Stay
See you.
blessed, y'all.
Bye.
You know.
All right. So last, before we go, we got two more things to cover.
Bruh, really?
Can't leave before.
Bruh. Rest in peace, Tina.
Okay,
We know
I know
you rolling on that river. We know
we
you
was on
rolling
a
on that river.
natural high. We was on a natural high, but I cannot do a show without saying this because this artist and her life story really affected my life, as well as others that probably had a parent or knew someone that dealt with domestic violence. Um, I want to say rest in peace to Tina Turner because the movie actually, even though I'm hearing that it had nothing to do with her life, I can't find no proof, but the movie, however, did help me understand what my mother went through with domestic violence. So, as a child, you don't understand that men aren't supposed to like beat women blue. You don't understand that a tussle as an adult is different from tussling with your little brother or little cousin. So I just kind of wanted to just say rest in peace to Tina Turner. Um, and yeah, anybody else that's been through domestic violence or knows someone that has been through domestic violence, my heart goes out to you. So
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, Tina Turner.
All right. So on to what you said about Nicki Minaj. So we get on up. What out of here?
Oh, you didn't get my clip. You didn't get the clip on it.
When did you send it?
Nicki Minaj is an amazing
You did
person.
it through
What'd you
Instagram?
say? What'd you say?
Yeah,
Artists ain't talented.
yeah. She's no, that is not what she said. She said the industry does not sign talented artists anymore.
Okay.
Was she talking shit about Ice Spice?
She signed Ice Spice. Oh, 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 you just threw a monkey wrench in it now.
What?
Oh, she might have been explaining her signing of Ice Spice. And I'm not gonna lie to you though.
It all makes sense.
I've been telling y'all artists that for 3 years, huh? And you looked at me crazy on this show. You owe me an apology now. If you
Me?
looked at me, no, I'm talking to America. If you looked at me crazy when I said it 3 years ago, you owe me an apology. I want you to put it in the daggone chat right now because I told y'all it ain't about talent. I said y'all out here trying to be the most talented. Um, no disrespect, but F your talent. That's only a little bit. Everybody ain't here talented. You ever like in music, right? I think music is the only thing that if you really understand it, there is no amateur level of it. You only move like an amateur or you move like a professional. But there is no amateur level of it. You either making money or
Or
you're
you
not,
not.
and it's a hobby. It's just something you do for fun. If you making money, it's your profession. Your job is to not be lazy. It's like a door dasher, right? If I go out there and do 2 deliveries, I may make $7, maybe. If I do 100, I may make $700, maybe. I don't know how shit works, but if I want the money, I have to continue to go get it. That's
You
how
gotta
music
go
works.
get it.
So when I tell artists that F your talent, we're all talented. Once we start making money, we're all talented up here. We're all good up here. We all have a fan base up here. That's why we make money. What you gonna do to be better than us? Because we try to do the same thing you do. Get sponsorship. We're trying to find the next person to say, "Hey, we'll pay for that." The bigger bag. So what are you doing? So
What the fuck are you
nah, we
doing?
don't need the talent. We need people in the label. When I'm saying we, I'm speaking as a label. We need people that can help us add to the bag. That know how to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
no longer interested in getting an artist that I have to teach the game and then him running around crying 10 years later talking about how I screwed him over. That's so dumb. I don't want to hear that from you 10 years later. I want an artist who comes in the room knowing how to move, telling me about distribution, telling me what they want, so that if they don't get anything else, they got exactly what they asked for.
Hmm.
Why do I have to do that now? Why do I gotta care about your why you got me asking why you got me caring about that? You know, like my sons, they tried out for the basketball team or their high school. And of course, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm negative dad. I use negative reinforcement. So when they say they was going out for tryouts, I say, why are you doing that? You're not ready for that. You're not gonna make it. You don't work hard enough. You don't practice every day. I don't see you shooting. I don't see you
So that's
working to make it. Well, they make the first cut. And I'm like, all right, my boys. Y'all know I said that to them when they tried out for the basketball team with their school in the 6th grade. I told them the same thing, but they made it. Had a good season. Well, a bad season, but they made it. But the reality of the matter is, at the end of the day, if you're not proving it that you can do it, if you're not showing that you can do it, no
So
one's
what
going
you
to
doing?
believe in it. No one's going to care.
mm. Okay. I got a funny story before we go.
Let me hear.
I want to laugh.
Did y'all see that?
A dad caught his daughter in his house wearing a towel with 2 boys. Nah, what the fuck going on with this? Why'd you say a funny story? This is sad. This is sad. His daughter wilding.
You see? You see what I'm talking about?
Africa.
If you see what I'm talking about, you see how they have money inside the house there. Not today, the boy there. Not today, the boy come and take something, and when you finish, the house lock up there. And not today, the boy come there. Huh? Stay there. 2 of them. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that inside the house there. Look at that. Look the man after. Not to your mother. Not to your mother. Tell don't bring man inside of the house. Don't bring man inside of the house. Don't bring man inside of. Don't bring man inside of that house. Don't bring the house. Don't bring man inside of that house. Don't bring man inside of that house. Don't bring man inside of that house. You see outside. Look at that there. You call your mother. Don't bring no man inside of that house. That what they tell. They don't tell you and they lock. And when you finish, you there. You know what? Who you fucking calling? Outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. You see? You see what I do? Go outside. Go outside. Outside. Go outside. Outside. If I tell you a lot, no man inside of that house. Don't come and tell me no man inside of that house there.
She going to a man house right now. She going right to a man house. He tripping. I ain't gonna hold you though. No man inside the house. No man inside the house. No man inside the house. I'm trying to hit. That's a fucking hit, bro. That's a fucking hit, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. Somebody need to put some drums behind that shit. A nice fucking melody, bro. And I'm gonna put some bars on that joke, bro. That man gave her the remix of the century. I mean, for a second, I thought it was Lupin. And then I seen that he was finishing the job. Like, woo! Jesus Christ! Wow! Now, let me tell you one thing for certain, 3 things for sure. You grew up in that type of, background, right? In like African background. That's pretty much like how the discipline get handed out, from what I've seen in that culture. So how did that make you feel seeing that? And what do you think your papa would have done if it saw you with 2 boys in the house? Would the record have been better than that record that man has just dropped?
First of all, she is dumb as fuck because I was fast as fuck, but I would never bring niggas in my dad's house, like, just because he's at work and I'm at home, because you never know when they could come home. So, like, I've been caught at a boy's house and his mama done came in, and that happened actually twice. One of the mamas called the police. But like in my house, like I'm not disrespecting my father like that.
Good job, man. No boys in the house, no boys in the house.
Shit, I got
no boys in the house, no boys in the house. Hey, bro, hey, God damn.
Hey, let me tell you one thing though. I guarantee you this. She ain't gonna bring no more boys back in that motherfucker.
Hey, bro. Hey, my daughter 4. I'm sending her that video. Send me that fucking clip. I'm showing her that shit right now, so she know right now. I promise you, if I catch some boys in my house, no boys in the house, no boys in the house.
Hey, let me just honestly say something. No boys. Like, she's blessed. Listen, she's blessed that that's all that was. Because I'm surprised that he didn't put her like through one of the walls or like I don't know. Like I don't even know. Like I thought it was gonna be something like the Little Mermaid and never mind. Listen, I thought it was. I'm
gonna tell you like this. I know she mad and embarrassed, but I want to know where did those 2 boys go when they seen the damn smack star flying. Like, damn.
I think they left the house. They was at the car by the time the camera.
I swear on gang, man. I'd have been. I would have known what to do. I wouldn't have known what to do, bro. I would have seen her get slapped the first time. I'd be like, ooh. Then he came back with it the second time. Ooh. Then the third time. Then I'd be like, damn. He just had to run. I'd have been in the back like this.
I like Davy.
All right, my bad, bro. The beat was killing. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. Where do you think she went afterwards? You know what? This could go on for hours. That was amazing. That was so amazing. That was so amazing. God damn.
I wanted us to just close out on a high note. I know you got a show coming up. Is it this weekend?
June 3rd at the music department.
Tell us all what you guys got coming up.
Yeah, pop out June 3rd at the Arcade Boutique. That is at 7053 Out of Town Road. Y'all need to pop out. Y'all need to pull up. It's $20 before 10. After 10, the big 4-0. So y'all need to get there early. You got some nice artists popping out. Not too many, but quite a lot. So y'all need to pop out, enjoy the show. Y'all already know how it goes.
Okay. J Money, you got anything you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Oh, you know, I'm always on the move, always popping. Make sure you follow me on the gram. Stay connected. I always got something new and something amazing going on.
Yep. Jzabel.
All right, I'm your girl, Jzabel, DaTruth. Y'all, I want to thank y'all each and every week for coming in and tuning in with us. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. If y'all want to join the conversation, I will continue to put the links in the comments. So just
we never got Maybach Cherry.
I know she had to leave. Hopefully we could get her next week. Maybach Cherry. I'm going to DM her for my personal page. Hopefully I can get her on next week. We're going to have some great topics. Hey, if you guys are not already following me on Instagram, go ahead and do so at living_while_existing. Also, subscribe to my personal YouTube. It's Ratchet Conservative. I haven't started posting content yet, but y'all, it's going to be hilarious. Follow me on TikTok. Jzabel DaTruth, y'all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, we got an online radio station. I can't forget to promote that to you guys each and every week. Live 365. Y'all go ahead, sign on to the app. Check out our website, www.bossbizent.com, and everything Boss Biz, you guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hey, and always remember, no boys in the house, no boys up in the house, goddamn house. No boys in the house, no boys up in the goddamn house. So right.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the session.
And we are live.
What it do?